your stream?
Into space and time.
Send that to me in a message. And what's Goose's?
What are you looking for?
What's your Twitch name?
Oh, Critterfest 3000.
I don't remember.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, I'm gonna want to switch which window's which.
This is gonna be like, even if everything is worst case scenario, with what we have right now, it's gonna be an incredible upgrade from 2000.
That's true.
This is already awesome.
It's gonna be incredible.
Worst case scenario, it'll be much better than it was before. Although I don't know, I can't tell if Sam is sleeping, and that's kind of throwing me off. But
yeah, and I could just start like shooting up heroin on stream at any point. Before I was doing that, nobody knew.
Oh. Okay. Do any of you have my stream up?
I'm going to put it on my cell phone.
It says that you're watching Lord of Dabu. Oh, nope, it doesn't. Nope, that's wrong. That's wrong, is what it is.
Probably slightly out of date. I think it should be live now. Maybe I should pull it up on my phone.
Yeah, I got you. I see you.
It just, it would have made sense to test any of this ever earlier than this, but I think it's going to be pretty good. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. All right, Adam. Okay, so can one of you give the official? I mean, I don't know. When the clock strikes in like 5 minutes, everyone should start at the same time. Will you guys all be watching the time so you can start at the right time?
Yeah, we'll keep track of that. I have a Discord message typed out to tag everyone so everybody's aware.
Okay.
I'll send that out in a couple of minutes.
Nice, thank you.
So you guys just do your thing, and at roughly 9 o'clock Eastern, we'll start.
All right. Adam, let's go back to the commentators
Got
booth. Can you... Okay, let me switch the scene. Can you show your...
video?
Yeah.
Yeah, about that.
Nice. Okay. Let me see if it works, actually.
Oh, I'm the only video in this. That makes sense.
Yeah, okay. It takes a second for the scene to toggle.
I'm watching your stream and it's circling. It's like
it's choppy.
Maybe? A little choppy.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a ton. There, okay. Looks like it's fine now. Just the transition took like 15 seconds.
Took a little bit.
Yeah. Which is good.
It's great.
That it's going to build anticipation every time we transition. Okay. So I'm satisfied.
Don't have it, actually.
You don't have it? I have it on my phone. It looks okay. Looks okay.
Good. You look great.
I mean, you look great. I look like a fool with this mustache, but you look great with your Luigi cosplay.
Classy Luigi cosplay.
All right, I gotta grab some water though. I forgot to do that. I'll be back in 1 minute.
Sounds good.
Welcome, one and all, to the 2021 Luigi World Championships, brought to you by Flaming Hot Cheetos. They're not sponsoring us, we're just trying to get them to sponsor us. So far, it's not going so well. I'm Peter of Peter Theater, joined with my co-commentator. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Adam, or Little Panda. That's what I'm known by in a lot of video game things. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. This is incredible. It's been a little bit since I've been back in the caster seat for one of these, and it honestly it feels very comfortable.
Yes, it's like you never left. So a little backstory. We're actually going to go live in less than a minute, but until that happens, 10 years ago, these four same competitors faced off in the 2011 World Mario Championships. Totally different competition. Mm-hmm. Similar sort of feel. It was an intense battle with a lot of controversy, and Dabu allegedly won. Tonight, he's trying to defend his title in the Luigi World Championships. We're going to find out if he's going to be able to. All the players, let's switch over to the action because I think we just went live. It might lag for a minute, and that's fine. It'll fix itself. Don't worry.
If you could give me a screen share, that'd be awesome as well.
Let me give you a quick screen share.
Love it. Look at them. They're firing it up. Exciting. This is exciting. We get to see, like, really dive into what are their openings going to be? What are they going to focus on going into this? We know, everyone knows some of the tendencies that these players have. Are they going to stick to that? Because their competitors know these tendencies as well.
There's been 10 years of studying the tape, as they say. Now, there's a few things that are pretty common knowledge at this point. First of all, Sonic tends to choke in ghost houses. So, so this is a Luigi Star World, it's called, which is a modified version of Super Mario World, or Super Mario Brothers 3. I don't remember. I think Super Mario World. I think it's the one for the Super Nintendo.
Hey, sorry to interrupt. The players are ready to go. Are you guys ready?
Yeah,
we're ready.
Yep, go anytime.
Fired up. Here we go. This is exciting.
Oh man. So in the previous competitions, Sonic has struggled at ghost houses. So we know that if we see ghost houses in this ROM, that bodes poorly for him, unless over the past 10 years he's invested some time and effort honing his skills on ghost houses. We'll see.
Now, how much have they played this specific game going into this? Do we know?
0. This is a completely blind experience, and when I say blind, I don't mean actually seeing impaired. Sorry, that was uncouth of me. I mean, none of them has played this game before, so they are all approaching it carte blanche, or Magna Carta, if you will.
The Magna Carta, yes, absolutely. Yes, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be exciting. I honestly, I've been waiting a long time for this one. Some would say decades.
Yeah.
We got some players popping into the caster's booth.
Yeah,
It's good to see 'em.
There will be player interviews, but not.
I guess if they want
yet.
to just pop in and start asking us questions, they can interview us too.
I mean, so far, there must be. So there's going to be a slight. So we're seeing 4 streams at the same time, which is awesome, but it's potentially possible that we're not going to see them all start at the exact moment they do due to internet delays. This is all COVID issues, which you know, in the previous iterations of this, we've all been in the same room on LAN with fiber internet, and everything's super smooth. This time, due to COVID, we're all doing this remotely, so please just bear with us through any sort of technical difficulties that we have. I'm expecting any moment that the players are gonna. Okay, we got action.
We're moving. We're moving. We're moving.
Dabu, Shocks, Sonic, Goose. Goose's stream
Goose a little
Not-
behind here.
a little
Now,
bit
is
behind.
this a strategy?
Could be. And here's the thing. He could be behind. It could just be the stream delay on his stream. So he could actually still be neck and neck. And unfortunately, we're just a little bit delayed. Let me see if I can turn his stream off and turn it back on. Oh, there we go. There he's going.
He's moving. He's right where he wants to be.
Perfect. Okay, so let's look. Let's start with Dabu in the upper left. Let's see. So he grabbed a mushroom to start. Oh, and he takes an early death. He took a blind jump. Instead of looking before leaping, he leapt before he looked, and he paid the price. So that is our first death of the 2021 Luigi World Championships. And he dies again. He dies again. Two
Honestly,
deaths.
though, if he's gonna die and like lose all of his lives, this is the time to do it.
Absolutely. And maybe that's a strategy. Everything that doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yep.
These things actually did kill him though, so I don't know where
Takes
that.
another shot.
Let's see.
Goose looks a little frozen.
Goose might be having internet issues.
Okay.
Just gonna go ahead and blame him. I'm gonna try closing the preview and then turning the preview back on and see if that does anything. And Shocks appears to be the first person to finish the level.
This is exceptional.
Now, all of our viewers at home will remember 10 years ago, Shocks finished fairly poor standing in the 2011 World Mario Championships. This time, he's coming out hot. That all just comes down to standards and preparation. And I don't know what his standards or preparation were for this event, but it's promising so far.
Oh yeah.
All right, Goose finishes as well, the first stage. We see Dabu killing every enemy. Let's turn on some audio for Shocks, so we can pay a little bit more attention to our front runner right now.
This is awesome.
Oh!
Yikes.
So
Yikes.
he takes that sort of what do you call that post with the post between the posts?
The triple post, yeah.
The triple post is so it's like the halfway marker, right? So you hit that, and then if you die, then you start again at that halfway spot. So you don't have to start back at the beginning of that level. So he goes for that, but he trades his own life for it. It's a choice. It's absolutely a choice.
Dabu has finally caught up to this level here. He's on 1-2. Where's Sonic? Sonic looks like he's on 1-2 as well.
Sonic is on 1-2 as well, yes.
So Dabu currently farthest behind, but not all that far behind.
Shocks takes another death.
Unbuckle the
Shocks takes another death. By my count, I've got Dabu with 2 deaths, Shocks with 2 deaths. I don't know if I've seen Sonic or Goose die yet.
Goose's stream is freezing quite a bit for me. And that's really just down to Twitch. And there's sort of like, I don't want to say fascist policy, but they really have a pretty strong preference for mammals. And they have like anti-mammalian policies, and Goose seems to be being targeted right now. But that's how it is in the COVID time. Sonic, I believe, is let's switch over some audio to Sonic's stream, because he now, I believe, yes, he finishes 1-2, so he's on to 1-3. He's out to a hot
Verdant
start.
Hills.
World 1-3 Verdant Hills.
Why is this? This sounds so familiar, but I don't actually. I needed to. That's fine.
That fireball, he's not letting it go. Diamond hands on the fireball.
This feels so familiar.
What do you think
like
about
the music?
choice to kill enemies?
No, I didn't think the set might push to talk to the controller.
Do you think it's necessary?
I can't like talk in the middle of it.
I think it's a very
I'll probably
cautious
fix that
approach.
at halftime, so I
I
can
think
just
that these
talk.
players want to give themselves the opportunity to retreat, as they come up on things that are certainly unexpected. They want to give themselves that chance. I think that it's a conservative approach, and I can certainly see why Dabu might stray that way when he got off to kind of a cold start.
Oh, we got a death.
That just like ate an input.
So it looks like all
I'm
three
not sure
players are on
why that ate
World
an
War III
input,
now, so we've
but
got a
it did.
neck and neck showdown.
I'm pretty sure I got the checkpoint at least.
Should be noted, so Sonic, he had a Fire Flower in reserve, and he hit the halfway mark before he died. So I think he's
Losing the
still
endpoint there
technically
hurts.
in the lead. Looks like, yeah, we got a Dabu death. Oh, Shocks with a
Can't
blind
get
jump,
that
but he
flower.
sticks it.
Not.
Definitely a
That's
blind
perfect
jump.
10s across the board from our judges.
I think I could
I think
actually
you're gonna
take
see
this
more and more
back.
of this.
Yeah.
Shox is known for being an incredible improviser.
Oh, hey, look.
Sometimes it gets him into difficult spots, but there's a lot of times where he excels in that area.
Where does
Right,
this
it's
lead?
like he is maybe
Coin.
he finds himself in difficult spots more often than the
Of
other
course.
players, but he's also better equipped
I might
at
get
getting
my
himself
level
out.
back.
He embraces it. You know, an unexpected monster, and he says yes and. He wants to play a little improv.
He opts not to go for that Fire Flower there. He leaves it. He says time is of the essence.
Time is of the essence. You know, never look back. Gotta move on. Life goes on.
Does that count as like one coin? I'm not even keeping track.
Something I love about Goose's progress is he's a wild card. Sometimes he's in a spot and then you just don't know where he went for a little while, and then he's in a different spot. And we check in on his situation from time to time, but it's hard to know where he's at.
So Sonic
First
finishes
fortress
1-3,
level.
Shocks
Yeah,
finishes
it didn't
1-3,
quite be
Dabu's
honest.
still on 1-3, Goose still on 1-3.
It's a ghost house.
That book round
It is a
so-
fortress, but not a ghost house.
Okay, got it.
Skeleton
And
Koopas.
Sonic is he's rich as Croesus over here with firepower at the ready and an additional fire.
Not
power
bothering with
plant,
that.
in reserve.
That's
So
only
he's-
gonna slow me
he's-
down.
He's loaded for bear. This is a beautiful contrast of styles.
I'm
where
assuming I
Sonic
could
is
just
very
jump on that and
fireball
go
heavy,
up for
whereas Shocks, who's
something,
about
but
neck and
let's
neck
just
with
go
him,
the straight
I don't think we've
path.
seen him shoot a single fireball yet. He's
I knew I was
playing
gonna
it
get
pure.
hit by that, but it's fine.
Can you help our viewers understand what
Not
these
a
symbols are at the top of the
problem.
screens? I see that Sonic has a fire flower at the top, Dabu with a mushroom at the
Check
top.
a point
What
two.
are those little,
Check a point
symbols?
2.
Oh, that's-
Another fire flower. We haven't gotten a
Last time we had
feather.
quite a few.
yeah. So the
But
okay.
we were
So
also,
if you take damage
I mean, Sonic had a
in
featured screen,
Mario, it hurts.
So we're doing a lot
If
more
you're a
of this.
tiny, and sorry,
We,
this is Luigi, but
I
the system
haven't
is the
seen
same.
a
So if you take
feather
damage
yet.
in
Just
Luigi,
the
it
fire
hurts.
flower
And
so
if you're a
far.
tiny little Luigi, you die. If you're a big Luigi, you're like, it hurt, but I'm fine.
Of course,
So
I would
you-
lose it right
Instead
away.
of being a big Luigi now you're a small.
That's
Luigi.
my
And
MO.
then if you're a small Luigi, then if you take damage, you die. A mushroom turns you from a small
fine.
Luigi to a big Luigi.
I don't need it.
And then a fire plant turns you from a whatever to a fire breathing.
I could go down for coins, but
Okay.
who really cares about coins?
That is true.
Coins only slow you
Let
down.
me turn the levels down a little bit. That's true. Thank you,
And-
Team
but that
Rocket
doesn't
Elite.
slow you down.
Due to some COVID technical difficulties, we can't hear what the players are saying, so there may be some
Okay.
overlaps,
Alright,
and we
gotta
apologize
be
for that.
a little careful here. That looks like a
Appreciate the
boss room.
feedback. Keep letting us know so we can
Absolutely
make sure
appreciate the feedback.
that it's good.
Normal Koopa? Ah, it looks like
Wow,
the
so this is totally
normalism.
unexpected. I have to.
B3
So we
Koopa.
got. Okay, let's Sonic dealing with the first
You hit it
boss.
3 times?
Let's give this front and center attention here.
No, 4.
Wow, really well
4
timed
it is.
jumps. He dispatches it with ease. And the first fortress falls to Sonic. Wow, what a strong start. And I want to point out, let's switch over.
Already?
I'm going to switch the audio over to Dabu for a little while. He is in last place right now.
Shox has just entered the boss here for this fortress. Let's see how he does with it.
Dude, Dabu, you're
Oh, he
on the
jumps
back.
over the boss. Smart. Deftly. And he also dispatches it with ease. So it's surprising to see the 2011 World Mario Champion, alleged champion, in last place right now.
This is unprecedented.
And we just get a flicker of Goose. He is also dispatched the boss of the first fortress,
Yeah, I don't think
which
that
is
was
pretty
the right
hype.
name.
All right, I'm gonna go back to Sonic since he's the farthest ahead. So Sonic audio right now activated. So we've got looks like, so the first world was called Verdant Hills, and we saw lush green countrysides, burgeoning
big bats
with
died
life.
to a
And
shell.
now we've got
Of course.
underground.
Shells
change of scenery.
OP.
How do you think that this is going to affect
I
the
see a
players?
coin up there
Like, do you
that
think we're going to see any of the
I'm
players
treating all
excel
of those coins
in
as
an
useless right
underground
now. I
setting
think
compared
speed is
to
better
a
than
above-ground
going out of
setting?
your way for them. Because I don't see like an immediate benefit to getting them.
COVID, but I think that this is a situation where kind of being in a lockdown feels a bit
So
like a
why not
vacation.
progress
And you're already in that mindset,
through
you've been in that
instead?
mindset for a
Well,
while,
of course,
and I
there's
think
a
that the drive to bust out of this underground world is really what's going to help them
spike there.
as they progress through this level.
So you feel that
You-
this, much like Plato's
Alright.
allegory of the cave, this is sort of the
I swear
allegory
it
of the
like
COVID
eats my
cave.
input sometimes.
I don't want to simplify things, but yes.
Yeah.
And what I think is a jump is
I
not
think
coming
our
out
viewers
as a
would
jump.
all appreciate a little simplification. It looks like Dabu
It's
is
okay, though.
lost right now. He is running from the right to the left.
No
inside
stars
the
at
fortress.
the end, so
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay.
that's probably not a thing.
Looks like he's probably about to... Yep, okay. Dabu gets to the first boss. But Sonic has already dispatched World 1-4. Wow.
I think what's really impressed me is Sonic is already living like he's dying. He is living like this is the
people.
end, and he has nothing left to lose. And it's really doing great.
Oh no! Okay,
Excited to see
we
how he
Gucci.
takes on
We
these next
Gucci boy.
challenges.
No, why is it coming after me? Oh my god!
It should be no... Oh, as I was about to say, so he
that.
is
Why are
a
there
tiny
mole
little Luigi
people
right
in
now. He takes some
Verdant
damage,
Hills?
and that sends him to the grave.
Okay,
Um,
can end
and
up
it looks
like
like so
Dabu.
Shox
Game
has
over.
officially caught up to him. They're basically neck and neck, both starting 1-5. We got Dabu
Not
starting
an option.
1-4.
So we gotta
and then
play this
Goose
somewhat
is somewhere.
safe. We're gonna lose time. Oh
I'm gonna
my
actually
God.
send him
I
a
said
quick.
that, and I immediately.
Well,
got
I don't
it.
know. It's this is so COVID, right?
All right.
It's like you can't really, this is such a
We're
time-sensitive
actually gonna
competition.
play.
And maybe at
No, we're not
intermission,
gonna play safe at all.
we'll see if we can do anything. But it looks okay.
Double Koopas.
Sonic did take another death.
Okay.
What was the cause of death?
I think it was another mole thing, which I think that's respectable, seeing as you just worked really hard to bust out of the
Alright, no
cave.
more dying
Why not
as
let
of
them
right
bust
now.
out the cave as well?
I've called it. No more dying.
It doesn't feel fair that one should be
We're
confined
not
to the cave
allowed
while the other runs
another
free.
death.
That's right.
Period.
Let's. I'm gonna switch the audio over to Shox
There's gonna be
since he's
two
currently
co-
our leader. I think Sonic is a bit louder than the others, just based on the audio mixer. No one really knows.
That loses fire.
We have a commentary from Chinzilla that Shox is currently. I'm gonna charitably interpret this as saying Shox is the slowest but steadiest of the four competitors right now. He chooses not to go quickly, rather he goes carefully. And that's, as Sonic takes another death on 1-5, really struggling here.
Wow.
Oh, frame perfect! That was a pixel perfect precision jump from Shox over that piranha plant. That is tough to do. I want to say that he's practiced that, but they have not practiced that at all. So that was just pure Luigi skills. It's kind of like...
By my
Sorry, go ahead.
count, I've got 3 deaths for Dabu so far. Sonic was 4, Shox was 2. Goose, have not seen an on-screen death, which does not mean there hasn't been one.
There also hasn't been an on-screen Goose yet.
That's a good point.
I cannot believe I beat that.
Looks like Shox has passed beyond the level.
He
Not
has.
needing to sprint. is he giving
Since,
his opponents a handicap? Is that what this is?
I think what we're seeing is in the 2011 World Mario Championship, Shox was like 11 years old at the time, and now he's practically an adult. And he's really showing that although age before beauty, at the same time, experience pays dividends. He's
I couldn't have
got,
said it better myself.
yeah.
Like, what's the lamest?
This is, I love this dark level. Oh, and
Yeah.
so Goose potentially is in the lead, actually.
Could be in the lead. It is certainly a possibility.
Ooh,
Shox
Shox takes a
up
death
to
there.
date. Yep.
Okay.
I
think I have that.
So so I'm watching Goose here. This is pretty exciting. He gets the halfway marker for this level.
I'm gonna fire up a couple levels of that.
Oh, here's a piranha shooting out 3 fireballs.
They can do that?
They can do that. That's
Oh my god. This is unprecedented in the championships.
That was like the what was that line in the Star Wars movie where it's like they fly now, or the troopers in they use the Force now. Yes.
Man, how do I miss that jump twice?
Shox again jumps. He's jumped into this same pit twice. Both times he's died. I think he's thinking the third time will be the charm, as the saying goes.
With age, there comes a little bit of an experience. There comes a little bit of stubbornness. I'm gonna make this jump on my terms, type
That's
of
true.
situation. I think we're seeing that here.
And we're seeing Goose. I think Goose is officially in the lead because he has just completed Is this 1-7 already? Or is this 1-6? They're flying. I cannot keep up.
Now we've never seen this happen before, but could they complete the game in 3 hours?
They could, and if any player at any point completes the game, he or it will be declared the champion.
Wow.
It in the case of Goose, of course. And right now it's looking like that's possible. I think this version is supposed to have something like 60 levels. And so if they're on like the 8th level after 20 minutes with 3 hours to play, it's extremely conceivable. It's extremely conceivable, I would say.
Shox is gonna need to find that sprint button if he's ever gonna catch up. That's for sure.
He might not know about it.
Oh, Sonic takes a death.
Sonic takes a death.
I love this level.
I think we're about to see Shox is coming up on the end of the level fairly soon here. Looks like he's stopping to pick up every potential power-up. But he's not looking for secrets. Oh, he's teabagging the piranha plant. That's really mature. He also stops to get coins.
On when we can see good amounts of Goose's stream, the bird is flying.
Yes.
The bird is literally flying, going so fast through these levels. It's absolutely a treasure to watch.
I'm starting to think that he's not dropping any frames at all. This is he's going so fast that to us it just looks like it's frozen. That's just how incredibly ahead of the curve he is.
Wow, it's quite a few.
Really nice forwards backwards momentum control from Shox. It's cool seeing Shox and Sonic at literally the exact same spot. They could not be necker and necker. And Dabu in 4th place, but he's not too far behind. I guess he's probably 15 seconds or so off the pace.
We don't even know how long the game.
And Goose is ahead by. Looks like he's about to face the second fortress boss here, which is a mouse, a fiendish mouse. I believe this is a callback to Super Mario 2.
Yeah, we're playing in front of the audience right now.
I think there's a mouse that throws bombs in Super Mario 2.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of that and Sonic the Hedgehog.
Nah, I'm alright.
Man, I am so excited to see if Goose survives this. This is sensational.
This is great. You know, if you asked me 25 minutes ago, I would bet on the rat. But given his performance
Okay,
early
he's
on,
still battling it.
Look, he's throwing the bomb. Look, he's fighting fire with fire, except he's not using fire. He's using bombs.
Okay.
I think that might have had.
Play
Oh,
dodgeball and
take-
you use
I
a
remember that
ball
game
to
being pretty dang
to
hard.
bounce the ball away from you. That's what we got going on here with
Looks like I beat the mouse
Goose
before
the
everybody.
mouse.
It looks
There's
like
a lot of ricochet.
yeah, it looks like he's hitting the rat with bombs, and it looks like the rat is like, so what?
I haven't even
Might have to find a different
played a good
strategy.
game to taunt you guys yet.
What would the different strategy be? Look, he's still going. He's taking more. Oh, looks like he got it. He finally got it. And
That was incredible.
What a fight! And that was his last size power up upgrade down. He was a little Luigi with no power ups left. So if he took any more damage there, that was going to be all she wrote. But he clutched it.
He did. So right now we've got everyone actually relatively strong. No one incredibly vulnerable at the second. But I'm excited to watch the mouse fights as they come up here.
Yes. You think it's a mouse or a rat? How do you tell the difference?
There's no rat.
It's no rat.
There is no rat. No, it's definitely a mouse.
Dude,
Yeah, I'm
these
just wondering, like,
crabs.
from a zoological perspective, how you determine whether you're dealing with a rat or a mouse. Probably-
Size might be a factor, right? Size has got to be a factor.
I think so. Okay, let's switch over to Sonic's audio because he's at the rat or mouse.
Easy
Oh, and
peasy.
he dispatched it really quickly.
That's
Right?
something that we did not see out of Goose. Shock's on it now.
Shock's on it as well.
2 lives.
It looks like Dabu is
Do I
keeping
get
pace.
a save continue here? I don't think so. So what happens when you game over? Like, how far back are you?
And it looks like Goose must have taken a death.
Samba
He's a tiny
Tropical.
Luigi at the
Okay,
beginning
beach
of
levels. That's fun.
Island World 1.
Always
I think
love
this
beach.
is 2-1,
Always love me some beach
if I saw
levels.
it correctly.
Some bitch levels.
And so Sonic is charging ahead.
Yeah, that's
It looks
fair.
like this maybe this is going to come
Instead
down
of
to a
mole
tale
people, it's
of
fucking
boss
crabs.
fights. So we see Shock struggling. Not that he's taking damage, but the bombs he's throwing. Okay, he finishes. The bombs he was throwing back were colliding
Got
with
to be
other
kidding-
bombs, which would cancel them out.
Kidding me. Are
But that's
you
no good.
kidding
I mean,
me
it's
right
not
now?
bad, but
Dabu is really struggling in this fight right now.
let's switch over to Dabu's audio. Let's give him the spotlight.
But there's a bit of a learning curve, I
Oh,
think.
man,
to this.
forgot
We'll
to
see
pick
if he
myself on my tab before
how
this
quickly he
match
solves
starts.
it.
He does have a brain that's roughly 3 pounds larger than the average human's brain.
Ranch water
good?
is actually what I need. I need ranch water. Yeah, you want to get me a ranch
I don't know. I kind of assumed it was good, but then size.
What is it ran for?
The
Yeah.
bigger they are, the harder they fall. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe it's not size that matters, it's the motion of the brain or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it depends on how many neural pathways you have etched into the matter. See, he keeps canceling out the bombs. And look, he held it too long and then he took damage. He's got to find that sweet spot. Cancel it out again.
See, that's what
Ah.
it is. Oh, that was an exceptional catch.
I'll take that.
Oh man, the Vikings could use that.
My wife is supporting my.
Oh,
stream name.
look at that. He just placed it. Oh, and the mouse kicked it back at him.
14,000
That's what I think of your bomb.
This is thrilling. I can't watch these other. Oh my God, Sonic's underwater.
Sonic is on 2-2, and it looks like Goose had another death, so Sonic is a full level ahead of Goose now. Shox is... He seems to be doing slow and steady. That's his calling card.
This is my
Slow and
product
steady through
placement
2-1.
portion of the stream. I am now drinking
And Dabu...
ranch
We
water.
might be stuck on Dabu fighting the mouse for a while.
It's an original agave
It's-
wine
But I believe in him.
brewed in Texas.
It's a little like therapeutic to watch. Like I'm just like I'm. It's like I'm meditating or something. It's great.
It honestly, it makes me feel a lot better
Communicate to
about
the 13 people who are watching.
being a commentator.
Oh,
No,
we
I
all
want
know
you
that these
guys
are the
to know
best in the
about it.
world.
Yes.
Like we can be as critical as we want. There's no one in the world who's going to be doing any better.
I mean, the fifth best Luigi player in the world would still be on 1-3 right now. Maybe. if they even got that far.
And this is also blind.
Dabu takes a game over from the mouse. Oh, you can't see it, but I'm doing a choking motion with my hands around my neck right now.
Oh my god,
That
it's
is
so
tough.
vivid. I can see it in my mind space.
All right, let's switch. I'm gonna put it over to Sonic's audio, because he is stealing the spotlight right now, and for good reason.
You sack of shit. Whatever.
Rip Dabu. Great effort. We know he's gonna be back. Oh, he takes another death. How many lives does he have? I wonder if he's close to a game over. He's got 2 extra lives remaining. Okay, doing fine.
I had to get that.
Doing fine, but he's got to show that mouse who's boss.
There are a couple questions a little way back. Team Rocket Elite asked, "What happens if you run out of lives?" I think you got to start a little ways back, right?
We wait.
I don't know. I don't remember.
It looks like Dabu is not starting at the very beginning.
So he has 2 extra lives. When he dies, you'll see a number in the upper left.
Let's take the time.
And that number is 2 right now. So I don't know what happens if you run out of lives.
Our presumption is that it's not going to help you win.
No. It could hurt. Either you're gonna have to start way back at the beginning, or not. I don't know. It might just restart you with 3 lives. I think the game's usually not that punishing, but it could be that punishing. We don't know. Hopefully we don't find out. I'm gonna say that.
What's the name of the hack that they're playing?
Luigi Star World.
Got it.
It's pretty new. I think it was only released within within the last month. Wow, Sonic finishes another level. He's on 2-3. Samba Tropical. And Dabu with the mouse again. All right, we got to switch back over to Dabu's audio. This is the storyline of the night so far. Let's see if he has been able to think about this fight and come up with some kind of strategy to do things differently here. So far, it seems like he's struggling getting the bomb out of his hands when he has it. He's catching.
I'm having trouble with my stream.
All right, he gets 1. He gets 2. Wow, back to back. He figured it out. No, he didn't figure it out.
Honestly, I don't have it solved either.
No, oh no, I have no idea. I can't even. I can't even jump.
What makes it so thrilling is I don't know what the answer is. I've watched 3 other players achieve it.
4. He's hit it 4 times now. I think the 5th hit will kill it. Oh, a brilliant parry from the mouse.
Are Sonic and Shock's on the same level?
I think Sonic is ahead.
I think Sonic is ahead as well.
Yeah, Sonic is on 2-3. And Shox is just starting 2-3. I think Goose is still on 2-2, but he's doing pretty well on it.
Yeah.
So I think Sonic has like a half-level lead right now, maybe? Man, but all eyes are on the mouse in the upper left. Oh, there it is! Well done. That was clutch. Wow, but Sonic,
it's
full speed ahead. Switch back over to his audio.
You know that all the Dabu fans are losing their minds right now. You can never count Dabu out. As long as he's got, a life to play Luigi with, he's going to use it, and he's going to use it well.
I'm probably dead, right? Okay. Safety net.
I think we're not going to be seeing any more of that mouse after Dabu's done with it.
As far as we can tell, Goose still underwater.
So far, we've been seeing Shox consistently teabagging every piranha plant he sees.
I am playing very unsafe.
Which I gotta say is both hilarious, but also slightly juvenile.
Checkpoint.
And that's fine.
We all kind of play this game with a different bit of style. And some of us have just a little more class than others. And
some have a
fans
little more
will love-
crass than others.
Yeah, exactly. Fans are going to love you or hate you no matter what you do, so you might as well live your life.
That's true.
Now, is it possible for Luigi to drown? We got
You get
Sonic with
triggered
some
by the
water that
crabs.
is,
How
there's some
unprofessional.
above water and underwater type space. It's giving me the feeling
I
that
would
maybe he can't be
never.
there forever.
I think he can actually be there
I
forever.
would never get
That's what I was
triggered by the
saying.
crabs,
Luigi
ever.
is highly real. I would say it's hyper realistic, in the sense that basically all parts of the game are taken
just
from
playing
real
it
world
safe.
experiences, and this underwater is no exception. Italian plumbers in real life don't need to breathe. That's why they
Alright,
make
what
such
boss
good
is
plumbers.
There's actually underwater in real world. You can find it.
Oh, Koopas.
I've seen it myself.
Oh,
Okay, we're in a
God,
fortress
that's
here.
higher
Sonic
jump.
on the boss of the fortress. Now this guy is mean.
Land. For the love of
This guy is
Pete
saying you're not the only one who can jump.
Oh,
Second hit. Normally it's the
Sonic,
third hit
not
that kills.
afraid. Oh, we can fly. He
Oh!
can fly.
I'm afraid.
Great.
He can't fly forever though, and Sonic knows.
Okay, now on the
Calm
previous
down.
boss, he was trying to time the spike shell disappearance. This time he takes it a little bit more conservatively, and it looks like it pays off
optimize it.
handsomely. He's able to dispatch the boss without too much trouble,
Save,
only
like,
taking
half a
damage
second
once. Still pretty healthy. So with that, he's at least one full level ahead of everybody else. It could be a level and a half. I'm not sure. Mystic Jungle 2-4. I'm intrigued.
Mystery Jungle. Or
He has
Mystic
been
Jungle.
really in the zone for a lot of this. There have been maybe a misstep
guys
here or there,
actually
but for
died
the
to
most
the
part, he's been in the zone.
Fireflies,
Sonic, that
so
is. And we'll
I
see if
should
he
be
can really
spamming
keep it
this
up.
like usual.
Yeah, people will probably
they're
remember
not a
from the
threat
2010
anymore.
World Mario Championships that Sonic was famously way out in front for maybe the first hour and a half. But then that was when the woes of the Ghost House plagued
I
him.
deserve that one.
And he lost
That is-
maybe a half
I
hour
deserve
on a
that
single
one as
level,
well.
and that's when Dabu
I should
overtook
get a
him.
Fire flower soon. Somewhat
So
soon. Maybe.
I would say
Please.
the crowd is probably
This
not
is over
surprised
here.
that he's doing well.
Nope.
But we're all
One of
just
these
holding our
for
breaths, waiting to
sure.
see if there's going to be a ghost house, because that's really going to make a big difference if it's there, and that's just up to the gods at this point.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's actually up to the
God.
person who created the ROM,
Gosh
but
darn.
as far as we know, that could have been a god. I don't know. It's the internet.
And I have not seen any evidence to the contrary.
Is there saving in the game?
If I have learned anything from recent events, it's that you just don't look for evidence and then you acquit.
Well,
Sonic finishes another level.
whoever game over
And-
first.
I don't. This is not a runaway. I'm not calling this a runaway, but it's starting to look like a runaway. I think Shox is keeping pace. Let's go over to Shox's stream for a little while, and listen to how he's doing. Despite apparently he's got a controversial style according to
You want a
some.
free one up, Dabu.
Well, yeah, he's teabagging plants,
I've got 2 lives.
right?
I'm gonna make a
Yeah, but some plants deserve it, don't they?
Well, no one can debate that.
Let me ask you a question. You're at the park. You're at Grand Teton National Park, and you're going for a nice stroll with maybe you've got your wife and your kids, ages 4 and 2, and just enjoying a nice family outing. And then all of a sudden, there's this evil-looking piranha plant who starts throwing fireballs at you. You're just gonna walk by peacefully, or you're gonna maybe throw a little tea bag. I don't know. Throw a little tea bag.
I'm gonna be upset, and if it really gets me riled up, yeah, the teabag is certainly not out of the question. Let me tell you this: have you ever found a teabag that was not filled with plants?
No, I haven't.
See,
No.
there you go.
Not one.
The evidence is in the pudding.
Yeah, I think it's fair. I don't want to editorialize. I don't want to take sides, but we've only seen Shocks teabag evil piranha plants who are lobbing fireballs at him. I'm gonna say that that's fighting fire with fire. It's not, the behavior you'd expect from your 9-year-old boy wearing a suit and tie going to Sunday school. But
I would not expect that.
But you're not expecting that from a serial killer either.
That's fair.
What's the
They
law?
are equatable.
Can't even hear.
We've got Sonic finishing another level. We've got Critterfest. Critterfest in the Twitch chat. Who actually is Goose. So Goose is so confident in his skills that not only is he playing, he's also in the official broadcast Twitch chat. That's a bold strategy.
He's also promoting his OnlyFans.
Check out Critter 3000's OnlyFans.
Oh, big shout out to Critterfest 3000's, Goose's OnlyFans.
I will definitely like, follow, and subscribe to that one. I'm always on the lookout for another OnlyFans to follow, or whatever. I don't know. Now, Adam,
Yeah.
you is that how OnlyFans actually works? You follow people on OnlyFans, or?
On OnlyFans, there are OnlyFans, and you're fans of the things that are other people are only fans of. So when you're OnlyFansing, there's a lot that you can do both inside and outside of the OnlyFans, and it works as a really kind of neat ecosystem within itself and of itself.
Ah, okay, that clears that up. Got it. Let's switch back over to Sonic. He is plowing straight ahead. By the way, if anyone would, in chat, when I switch audio levels to the different streams, is the level okay? Is it like audible at a good level? Because I'm kind of due to COVID, I'm kind of guessing. So hopefully it's. I think Sonic is a little bit maybe louder, but I only have a little bar that lights up. Everyone's too low except for... Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Just barely
Perfect.
missed it.
No one really wants to hear them anyway. I want to hear them. I wish I could
Losing
hear
that
them. I can't.
kind of sucks.
That's COVID for you.
'Cause
That's
I'm pretty
COVID.
sure that was like nearing the
COVID
end.
claims another victim. This time it claimed 4 at the
Whatever.
same time. We
I
have
have 3
Shots,
lives
who
left.
has basically
I gotta be
caught up to
wary of
Sonic.
that.
He's actually been flying. I think he might be in the
hasn't
chat
actually
also.
saved
and,
the game, like Dabu's
when
mentioned.
people were criticizing his inability to sprint,
so
he
if we
said,
game over, where
can
do we
sprint.
game over to?
So Shox is on top of a ship. Is Sonic inside that ship at this point? Is that the flow? Sonic's still very much in the lead.
Man, okay. I'm gonna thank you for the feedback. I'm gonna have to err on the side of keeping the streams a little bit quieter, just because I can't hear them.
Of course.
So it's difficult to know.
Of course.
It's a tough guessing game.
Why wouldn't
It
that
is a
happen?
What a
guessing
fun
game.
one.
That would happen. We all know that would happen.
Those might be dogs barking.
Let's go, bossy.
What do you
are
think, Twitch chat? Does that
Crab
sound like
man.
dogs barking or dogs
Hey.
barking?
Shoot rocks.
Oh, it's a crab! Sonic has to fight a crab.
What's this? Do we have any history with crabs and
So
Sonic?
we shoot rocks
Is anyone
at him,
aware?
and he blocks
he
them
done?
with more rocks. Very clever.
I think crabs are
And I got hit
probably
by Crab
okay.
Man. Crab man legs.
I'm not sure actually. So I think it looks like he's holding the
should pause a
boulders a
sec,
little bit
now
longer.
throw it.
Yeah, see he catches a boulder, then he holds it, jumps over the second boulder. Nice, he
I think
dispatches the
you
crab
can see
easily.
Exactly why Sonic is doing so well. He's really picking up on some of these cues really quickly, dispatching that boss real fast. He did the same with the mouse too.
Yeah, I think, and we know Dabu, the only player to have a game over, or not a game over, but a death on the World 1 boss, the mouse. It seems like Dabu probably spent the last 10 years really practicing his platforming, and we can see it paying off because he's doing a great job But maybe he didn't spend quite enough time on his boss killing. Difficult to say. It seems like that area of his game, maybe his preparation wasn't as thorough as the other areas.
Dabu is incredibly thorough in wanting to go and get everything, though. Like, I'm seeing him go up little crevices to find, you know, these coins and everything, and I hope that really pays off for him. I really do.
I think Sonic probably figures he's pretty far in the lead and decides to just kind of AFK for about 30 seconds.
I think there may be a gentleman and
Shox is trying to jump on the crab. He takes damage twice.
Let's see how he reacts, how he solves this.
Great.
Okay, he's figured out that he can catch the boulders.
Okay, so he took damage twice before he figured out the first step. He hasn't figured out the second step yet, which is jump over a boulder.
There it is. As you speak, he solves it.
Maybe he's stream sniping. Is that allowed? I guess that's probably allowed.
It's not in the bylaws.
Kobe.
Wow. Yeah, he's doing great here.
Here we go.
We got Goose
Fourth
with the
magic
crab as
number, I
well.
think, for these bosses. Watch this. Kobe. Woo!
Sitting on a boulder.
Kobe. It lagged. Nice.
And Shox dispatches it. Also
I'm
fairly
excited to see
easily.
Goose.
Yeah.
Is
the
Goose
most
gonna dispatch it? What
exasperating
level will he
Kobe
be
ever.
on when he rubber bands back?
Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Is Goose type Pokemon strong against Crab type Pokemon, or vice versa?
It is
or
2021.
neither?
Or it's 2021 actually. I'm assuming there's an autosave feature.
Um,
like if you do game over.
You know, lore has
Sorry,
it
my-
that the crab can never catch the goose. I think the goose is
I got
gonna
the
win that
sound
fight every
activated
time.
for my-
Okay.
my Twitch. Is it
I'd
causing
buy
any
that.
feedback?
Sonic on World 3-1 Desert Village. He went for a blind leap of faith, and it was beautiful, and he died, but I don't think he's going to regret that for a minute, because it was maybe one of the most artistic showings we've seen so far tonight. But with that death, I think that Shox may be flirting with taking the lead here.
I think it's so easy to get wrapped up in Sonic
I think you take the hit
and
there
how
always.
exceptionally well he's playing right now, and how exceptionally well he does just generally. But Shox has actually never been that far behind this whole night. He's
Yikes.
battling, and I
Yikes.
kind of think this is where he wants to be. He wants to be out of the spotlight, and he wants to overtake at the very end.
Uh-huh. It's like the Apollo Anton Ono strategy, right?
Yep. The
Okay.
Apollo 13.
Sonic finishes the level. Shox, I think, is pretty close as well. Let's see if he can make this last jump. He negotiates a fire flower.
Those fire flowers are
You can't jump on
honestly
the crab.
really rude.
And
That's
there we
tough
go.
stuff.
It's a noob move.
There we go.
So Sonic's still in the lead by about half a level. Shock's in second place, about half a level behind. Goose is probably a little bit behind Shock's, maybe a half level behind him. And then Dabu is really, he's embodying the stubborn dwarf spirit,
There is
I
a
would
lot of
say.
hype for
Like
Sonic.
fantasy dwarves, you know, like dwarven crafts, fine dwarven crafts.
I don't know
One
what
of the
game
finest
this music's
in,
from, but I
in an
really
age
like. Oh,
of
come on,
dragons.
Cameron. How do you?
Let me ask you a question. I know that you have a great deal of
That wasn't even worth
experience in the platformer realm and certainly in the Luigi realm. What does Dabu have to do to get back into this race? Or do you think this is how his strategy's going? Do you think he's right where he want to be?
He definitely would prefer to be doing a little bit
Full focus.
better than he is. I think here's the issue: if you change your approach, if you change your strategy
my,
this
Call of
late
Duty stream.
into the competition, it can really throw you off. Especially,
on at,
Dabu's like, I think
Tuesday
he's
nights at 4 a.m.
53 or 54 years old now. Old people do not adapt very well. So I think he's got to stay the course,
What am I doing?
get his head in the game, don't leave anything on the field, give it 110%, and then really it's just going to come down to, it's inevitable that Shox, Sonic, and Goose are going to make mistakes. That's just absolutely going to happen. And if Dabu can just play his game and not make those similar sort of mistakes, he can definitely catch up. He's definitely not out of it. Also, he should pray for a ghost house.
Ghost house would help.
A ghost house would help because he is very good at ghost houses.
Dang it.
Some people think
Okay,
he's
that's a little
suspiciously good at ghost houses.
I was just gonna take a hit.
Shock's taking a
and I
kind of a
think that's
weird
okay
L
to
there.
do, except now I don't
Taking
have-
a weird fall. Oh, Sonic
the
and Shox are
mushroom
actually in
now.
similar spots, I think.
Yeah,
Well, they're both on
let's-
3-2.
Both on 3-2. Switch back over to the Sonic audio, see how he's doing. They both just died at the same part of the
Spreader.
level.
Yeah, it's actually a really tight race. We don't need to focus on the losers right now. We should be focusing on the winners.
And it should be noted that these sort of
these
games
levels are
tend to
really
get the levels
simple.
tend to get progressively more difficult as you go, which
And
is
I
kind of
am
like the great
losing out
equalizer.
on it for no reason.
As Goose throws a shell guy into a block that he's standing next to and dies.
I don't know what that even does.
But yeah, since
getting
the
it at
levels will
the
progressively
top.
get harder, that means Dabu should naturally sort of catch up
Probably nothing.
as people will start to struggle. And
Yeah,
then,
it makes you wonder if that was kind of his strategy
Sure, there's
moving
a
into
ghost
it.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, so Sonic
probably-
does clear 3-2, so he is... And Shox is right behind him.
Shox right
is
behind him.
maybe 15 seconds behind him at this point.
But vulnerable.
Is
He's small
everyone at the
Luigi
pirate
at this
ship?
second, which is not going to help him in the long run. He's going to want to upgrade at some point.
Right, whereas
Bum, bum,
Sonic
bum,
is
bum.
large
Do we go
Luigi with fire,
I'm
and
assuming
he's
so,
got a
because it's
mushroom
like
in
the
reserve.
opposite way of the
Where are
coins.
you, Sonic?
So the mushroom on top, the
Some
top
desert
center,
map?
if he becomes small Luigi, that mushroom will fall from the sky and bless him. Now he's got a fire plant up there, so if he becomes small
I
Luigi,
was a
the fire
bit
will fall from
lucky
the sky, and he
because I caught it right in the tail end of it coming
Now,
down.
where is... Okay, never mind. Goose was
Why
frozen
did I
in a
get
spot
so
in an area that I
greedy
did not recognize.
for that?
I had thought that he may have found
I was
some,
doing so well.
some secret, but it looks like he's on a level now. I think that's 3-2 that Goose is working right now.
I believe so, yeah.
I got like one life left, so
So we saw Sonic take a death there. He
it's
went
all
for a
or
leap of
nothing.
faith,
I game over,
and his
and we'll
faith
find
was
out if it
punished.
starts all over again. If it does,
Because
then
he had
that'll
faith in the
be
wrong
a
team.
travesty. I'll be in
Which
shambles.
is that is a theme kind of among
If
all
it's at the
Luigi
beginning of the
games.
world,
Just kind
that's
of
still really bad.
religion is certainly a big theme throughout all of the Luigi games.
Absolutely. Do you know the backstory at all, or any of
Okay.
the
I
Luigi
gotta
religion
remember
lore?
on the next one. Slow
I do know
down.
some of it.
Wait for it.
I know that there is
Wait for
one
this.
of the sort of deities or higher powers in this is a hostess cupcake.
Okay.
That
Good
does
thing I didn't
talk,
just blind jump for that.
very loudly,
like I was thinking
and
of
is
doing.
actually very friendly.
Sorry,
Are you aware?
I don't want to interrupt you, but we just saw Dabu die to the
This-
crab boss,
So the window didn't scroll. I
my.
game over. First game over.
and then we
Let's
saw
see
Sonic.
what it does.
Sonic takes a game over actually. So let's see what happens here. So he can
Where
continue.
does it continue to?
And if he
Oh,
continue-
the
Okay,
level.
so nothing
not that
happens.
The
bad.
beginning
Doesn't
of the level you're on. Okay.
Not that
That's not
bad.
And we knew that. We knew that was. We totally knew.
You do lose all your power-ups though, which kind of sucks.
And that's just kind of the nature of religion and the gods in this game.
Right.
But yeah, what
It's
I was
it's
saying
kind of an
was,
allegory.
I expected
forgiving.
the
Oh,
screen.
so this is
the
Shox is,
camera
I
to
believe, on
spam,
3-4
but it didn't
now.
span. It was an auto
Or
scroller.
maybe not, but it's
And
an
so
auto scroller portion.
That threw my
So the level will
complete timing
constantly
off.
be shifting from left to right, and he has no control over that. So
That
he
is
will
my fault
at some point
for
he'll just
being
have to
too
jump,
impatient,
and he does.
thinking I'm like behind.
That was
which I,
sensational.
That was sensational. Let's listen into Shox. And he is
love
small
the
Luigi.
auto-scroll levels.
Yeah, most people in the
I still gotta
speedrunning
go
community also hate auto-scrolling levels. Whoa! He walked underneath it! And he teabags! He teabagged the cactus!
That was incredible.
And with that, he takes the lead officially.
Are those cactuses giving him the finger?
I don't know. I feel like teabagging a cactus is
over.
extremely risky.
It looks like it's just.
I would never do it. But he's on to 3-4, the Desert Fortress. Or 3-Fortress, I guess.
3-4.
It's a trap.
Wow.
That was thrilling watching him navigate that auto scroll lever. We got Sonic in the auto scrolling.
Okay, Sonic's auto scrolling as well. Now this, I think this is, I think he is going to be frustrated because he's like a freestyling, emotionful player,
and that gets him places. Honestly, it's one of his strengths for the most part.
Like you got, say, sugar cookies, right? You roll the dough out on the pan, and then you use a cookie cutter to press it to make the shape, right? That's not how Sonic bakes cookies. He's more like a chocolate chip. You know, he's going to roll it into a ball, form it with his own 2 hands. He's going to put his own humanity into the cookie.
Yes.
And when you're playing an auto-scroller, it's very much like a cookie cutter, where it forces you to play the game a certain way, and he does not like that.
No. Yeah, he's definitely the type of person to make a cookie, roll into a ball, throw it on the pan, and say,
Does
"Deal
it
with
stick?"
it, oven.
Yeah.
Fucking make a cookie, oven."
No, I would not recommend, if you're an oven and you have a choice of whose home to live in, don't pick Sonic's. You could pick Sonic's, that'd be fine, but I wouldn't.
What?
You just
Really?
want, like, as
what we're doing
with
here.
any
Okay, that's what
sort
we're
of
doing
living
here?
situation, you have to have a great relationship with your oven. Making sure that you and the oven are on the same page, because different ovens like different things.
shouldn't be doing this.
And everyone knows that.
Yes. Man, this is, I don't know who to watch. Like, so Shox is in the lead, but this auto-scroller, this is hype.
I can't take my eyes
I know,
off
I
it.
can't take my eyes off the
We all know
auto-scroller.
that there's some exciting stuff coming up on this auto scroll.
And also Shox, look at that. He hops back to slaughter a dry bones for no reason.
Oh! Oh god! This is so fun. This is good casting too, just like squealing, right? That's
Yes.
that's good casting. Good content.
That's gonna be in the highlight reel. It's gonna be the top 10 moments from the 2021 Luigi World Championship, and it's just us reacting to things.
But see, this part where Sonic's on is so exciting.
Oh,
This
and
is
he
right
goes
on
down!
the
He goes down! Shox gracefully walked between the two, but Sonic struggled. And Shox is at the boss of 3-Fortress. It's a golden Koopa Leroy
And there's
shell.
ledges. What are they? What's this
What?
Koopa gonna do with these? Oh, Shox is vulnerable. Shox
Okay.
is
Don't check
vulnerable.
this game.
Any touch would end his life here. We also have Goose starting 3-Fortress.
There we go. My
Shox
goodness.
appears to
Shox
have
is
this
in the
locked
lead.
down. Oh, and he does.
We get the question mark. What's in this?
What does
question
that
mark?
mean?
I think he's on the same level I am.
Yeah, I've
I mean,
been
it
playing
means
really
he said he
good,
beat the
though,
level,
so game
but,
over and doesn't
Okay,
punish you
got
at
it.
all, it's fine.
But a question mark could mean anything. And if it did, we wouldn't know what it meant.
Has Sonic found his ghost level? Is this auto scroller gonna be the challenge that defines his night?
So far, yes.
The blind.
Because Dabu is closing on him fast. Shox has pulled way ahead. He's now more than a full level ahead. Goose has also completed the auto-scroller. He's onto the fortress. So we've got 4 players on 4 different levels. And you got to know that Sonic is... we're not going to say he's on tilt right now, but he's probably pretty tilted right now about this auto-scroller.
Definitely not on tilt.
No. Everything was going his way, right? He was smooth sailing, everything... Oh, there's a bone. There was a bone there.
Oh man, this auto scroller is gonna get so exciting. We
Alright.
all know the part.
Let's go back over to Sonic's audio. We got to listen to him do this auto-scroller.
Jump over this once, twice.
Oh, he
Get
takes
hit.
damage, so he's
That's
small
all
Luigi
part of
once
the
again.
strategy.
Small Luigi isn't the worst thing. Well,
Wait
it's
for
bad. It
this
is actually
crap.
pretty
It's
bad.
pretty
but it's not
bad.
the worst thing.
No. I would
gonna be a
rather be
blind
small
fake jump.
Luigi than, for instance, any size of Mario.
Well, not really
That's
blind.
absolutely
I've
the
already done it
case.
once. I gotta jump over.
Okay, here we go.
This
This is it. This is it. This is
when
the
it
tough
goes-
one.
This
when
is the
it's coming
moment.
right back up, like that.
Oh no, he dies
like-
again.
Not like that.
When's he gonna learn? How many times is he gonna die there? But I actually have no idea what he should be doing instead. By the way,
I actually think that it's a luck thing. I think that this is one of those things where speedrunners hate this specific
Yes.
spot. You've got to get the right luck. You got to get the right
Like-
frame. You got to get it all exactly right and everything to line up in order to get past that part.
This auto
Yeah, it's like,
is literal.
I think it's
ass and
probably
AIDS.
some combination of you need to be on the right frame rule and you need to be on the right subpixel with Luigi in order to hit that frame perfect jump. And if you're not, you basically have no chance of making it. And even if you do, it's still, I mean, it's a frame perfect, so it's like a 1 in 60 chance of making the jump, even if all that stuff is going your way. Oh, really tight
Now-
jump there. I think what he needs,
Now
he
that
just
we
needs to
know
preserve
for
this
sure,
mushroom.
though- Oh yeah, oh yeah. We know for sure though that Shox and Goose have used up a lot of their luck, seeing as they're past this part that Sonic is unable to get lucky on. Is that gonna hurt them, having used up some of that luck?
We don't know. I think it's going to depend on how much luck is required in future levels. I haven't seen Sonic get lucky once.
It's a really good idea to
Alright,
save up
this
some of
is-
those
we're back
sort of
at the spot
unseen
where it is.
statistics.
Not
You want to
lose
save up
focus.
those lucks as best you
You
can
jump
to the exact
once,
right spot.
Yeah,
jump
and I
twice,
think what's really important here
And
for
now
Sonic
we're
is
still
he is Big
That's
Luigi,
fine, but the
and if he's
issue
Big
isn't being
Luigi,
big.
he's got leeway on
The
that jump.
issue
He can take
is-
damage and be fine. He can actually damage boost through it to save about 0.2 of a second,
auto-scroller,
which would really help kickstart his
mushroom
recovery
really doesn't
here.
matter because you're gonna die from a
Is this it?
fall.
Here we go.
This is
Here we go.
it.
Big Luigi's
Usually.
huge.
Big. I bet he doesn't even take damage here. He did
Actually,
okay,
it
he made it.
saved me there, and that is the end.
You know, and this level is very poetic, right? Like that last jump is really hard, but it's the
Yeah,
last
yeah.
one, and then you're done. That feels very fair to
good.
me. That feels like a fair level design to me.
What's great now is he can just put that in the rear view. He can move on and doesn't have to think about that level again. Now that we know how the running out of lives work.
What do we got? Some frozen shocks. That's uncommon. I'm gonna try to turn him off and turn him back on and see if that does anything. Oh, I turned the label off. What if I turn his stream off and then back on? So right now, Shox is in the lead, although his stream is frozen. So hopefully he's not having COVID difficulties.
Goose not far behind.
Goose is not far behind.
He just looks like I think he just defeated the Koopa in this fortress. Shox is beyond this fortress. Though if he loses his save state and has to start the ROM over, that's not going to help his performance.
It's a bit troubling that he's frozen. Hadn't had any difficulties with him yet tonight. Let me see if I can work a little magic here.
Second game over. It's okay.
Sonic game over.
Okay, everyone, relax.
But I mean, now that he's past
about the
that,
bigger
that
picture.
auto scroller portion,
we can't
he's
be
good.
that far behind. Maybe,
Lose all the lives you need.
potentially. Who knows?
On Dabu, looks like he is on the
For all we
auto
know,
scroller.
we
Let's
could
see. I think
literally be
this
last
is
place.
his first encounter with it. Let's see how he
At
does.
this point, since I died
Okay, we got
like
Shox back, and he's on
7 times
3-5.
and
Okay.
So he beat
being
the
Big
fortress,
Luigi probably really
but
helps on
has
this
not.
stage.
So I think he should be
That's
roughly
gonna
tied with
hurt.
Goose right now. Goose might be ahead.
It's close. Dabu takes a
Now
a
we gotta
life
play the super
on
save.
the first his first auto scroller life.
Okay. Let's go over to Dabu. Let's give him the feature here. This auto scroller, everyone hates an auto scroller, but this one is actually really good.
Now he's small. That's a huge problem. That's a huge problem. I don't even know if he knows what's at the end of this auto scroller, but he's gonna need to be big. He's gonna need to be jacked if he's gonna want to thrive here.
The way he's been playing tonight, I'm not even sure if he knows about being big. I think every time he eats a mushroom and he grows, he's just confused. That's what his play has said to me tonight. It has just said, "I am confused."
Every time he pauses and asks, "Is this right? Is this how this works?"
Bet your ass in my head.
He's small again.
Like we all had that professor in school, right, where they make a joke, they turn to the class, you know, expecting a chuckle, maybe a giggle, maybe someone cracking a smile, and the crowd is just sedated.
Why are they sedated? What are you teaching?
I mean, I don't mean literally sedated. I just mean, you know, figuratively sedated.
Yeah.
And Dabu takes death.
I honestly think though, he could navigate that situation better than most.
Absolutely. Well, he's not in it very often.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
He just doesn't put himself in. Oh, did you see that little cute plant jump up and nip Shox's butt? That wasn't very nice.
The auto scroller's the Dark Souls.
It just popped up there and went.
Just got him good.
Yeah.
Dabu is gonna struggle here through this part. He game's over.
I think that I was really expecting Dabu to thrive on the auto scroller because he's more of a you know, like a slow, calculated style Luigi player.
Right now?
That would be me.
Which, you know, an auto scroller should suit him well,
like
but he's died several times before even getting to the fateful jump at the end.
And honestly, historically, he has thrived in those situations. He knows them well. He plays them well. I think it's actually more of a result of his current mindset, kind of being behind, maybe having to feeling like he has got to rush. I think what he's got to do is just kind of find that happy place, get back to the basics, enjoy the game, love the game, and the auto scroller will come to you.
It will. You almost have to surrender yourself to the power of the auto scroller.
Yep.
It's like a leap of faith. So we saw Goose is on 3-5. And that is the level Shox has been on for a while. So now Shox is officially still in the lead, but Goose is on the same level as him. So he's leading by less than a full level. Goose is frozen, but I think he took a death.
Doesn't look promising there.
Man, Shox is negotiating the sun. This sun looks like a badass.
He is mean. Or she. It is mean. And
oh, look at that! Did you see that? He tried to jump over, and the sun adjusted its position. It said, "You won't jump over me." And then, you know, they touched, and Shox was overcome with emotion and couldn't contain it.
Who's trying to shoot fireballs at the sun? Not as effective.
Yeah, shooting fireballs at the sun. That's a choice, right? That's a choice. Everyone's made that choice before.
Yeah, we've all tried, certainly.
Some people with more success than others. I think Icarus famously had a lack of success shooting fireballs at the sun.
And I think that actually really comes down to the resources and the tools that he used. You got to have the right tool for the job.
Yeah,
Wax?
I'm not having any problems with the
Right.
chatting.
Come on. Wax?
In my video, just
I don't know what he was thinking. The sun is
guys
literally
all
like
hardwired?
3.8 million degrees. And you think you're going to fly there on wings made of wax? I mean, I think it was his dad's fault mostly, but let's not pass the buck here.
I guess that's where I failed.
It's not
That's my
fast enough.
first mistake.
It's not like he didn't make any decisions in this situation.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if someone he's
Oh, wow,
basically
that's-
trying to use the defense that someone incited him to go to the sun, and it's not really
Yeah.
his fault because someone else incited him. But you got to take responsibility for your own actions, right?
It's
Are you still an auto
when at what point
Dude,
do
you're
the
so-
things that you do and the things that you say matter? That's what it comes down to. At what point?
It's not for us to decide, by the way. That's the law of the land.
That's for the hostess, the deity hostess cake to really decide.
Okay, Goose, based on the background of his level, I think he must be in the lead now. I think he negotiated that sun pretty well. And I think he's in the lead. I think he's on 3-7.
Yeah, the son that's giving Shock so much trouble I think Goose might have been onto something with shooting fireballs at it.
Oh, okay.
I think I may have been a little too quick to judge.
So Shock's gamed over.
Yeah, he did.
And then when he restarted, he lost his halfway through the level progress. So that's good to know that
there is a punishment.
There
for
is
gaming
punishment.
Over,
yes.
for overgaming. Oh,
you know, Shocks has been, I would say, the fastest to figure out how to dispatch bosses, and he is the last to figure out this sun. Dabu hasn't even got there, but I feel like Dabu has a better handle on how to deal with the sun. Look, he takes more damage.
And we talked earlier about how good Shocks is at improvisation. The more he gets to know the situation and the more he understands it, I think it hurts him. He's not improvising anymore. Now he's prepared, and he's just not as good at that.
The sun is inside of his head.
Yep. And the sun's preparing for him, too. We've seen the sun make adjustments. Can he make adjustments? Can Shocks make the adjustments? His championship really depends on that.
In other news, Dabu on the auto-scroller, he's nearing that last portion. He is large Luigi. He's quite nimble on his feet. Shocks does negotiate the sun as small Luigi. He does finish. Now
good.
Sonic is negotiating the sun. But all eyes, I think, are on Dabu right now, because this last auto-scroller portion, this can make or break your run.
He's big, and that's huge. It's huge to be big, and it's big. It's important to be big.
He didn't need it though.
He doesn't even need it.
And that really speaks to the different styles that these competitors employ in their Luigi play, right? Like, some people need to be big there. They can't do that final jump. We famously saw Shocks as small Luigi. He didn't take any damage. He skirted right between them like a boss. Sonic famously struggled, spent about 45 minutes on that level. He needed to be big. He needed to damage boost. Dabu needed to be big, but he also didn't take any damage.
And now he can take that bigness over to the next level where he's got the fire plant now. He's right where he needs to be. You know, watching that, it reminds you how talented these players are, how good they are at their craft, how hard they work, and it's just a joy to watch these players compete in this arena.
A lot of people at home are probably watching thinking, oh, I could do that, right? You know, because it's like, you know, you've got your uncle who's 64 years old, he weighs 300 pounds, he's watching the football game, and he's like, that quarterback should throw the football! And you're like, Uncle Bill, give me a fucking break, right? Like, how do you think that you're talking to, you're talking to Tom Brady like you think you know how to play football better than him when he's got like 14 rings at this point?
Right, and like a fraction of those are football related. He's got so many rings. I don't know what Uncle Bill's thinking. And honestly, I've had it with Uncle Bill. I'm done with Uncle Bill.
Oh, wow. So Goose is pretty far ahead. So we're listening to Sonic right now. Sonic is starting 3-6. Goose is starting 3-Fortress.
Everyone relax.
Shocks is starting 3-7, so they are all exactly one level apart, with Goose in the lead, Shocks in second, Sonic in third.
So the run button is the
Dabu
button
in a
you pick
distant
up.
fourth.
What is also if you're running and you get a little
Sonic takes a death.
We'll pick them up.
For some of these guys, I think that they need the opportunity to regroup. I think that they need that, and I think that the halftime break probably can't come soon enough for some of them.
That's true, and actually we'll have that halftime break. Thanks for bringing that up, in about 10 minutes. So it's 9:25 Central Time, so 10:25 Eastern, 8:25 Mountain, 7:25 Pacific. And if you're not in one of those time zones, sorry.
Sorry, honestly, sorry.
We'll be having a 10-minute intermission. But don't think that you viewers at home should be taking a break, because we're going to have live interviews with the players during that 10-minute break to get inside their heads and hear from their perspective how the competition is going so far. I know who I'm excited to interview.
Yep.
Mostly I want to interview Goose because I haven't actually been able to see what's happening on his screen. Oh, he does take a death, it seems, on 3-Fortress.
It's really exciting. It's pretty close, and I find myself looking at Dabu's screen a lot, hoping to see some magic, to see where is this former champion gonna find the light that boosts his way to a victory here, because we all know it's in him. We all know that, sure, there's been some controversy in the past, but he has the skill set to get there, and I want to see what he's gonna do.
Shox takes a death. He was lining up on the green lever thing for about 15 seconds, and then he went for it, but he just kind of slipped off and fell.
Rough couple stages.
Okay, we're gonna go over to Shox's audio because this is gonna be A+ quality entertainment.
His ROM is really well made.
Okay, let's see if he can make it this time. Oh, he did! Hey! Oh, wow. Wow, the caster's blessing. The opposite of the caster's curse.
Absolutely.
Well, when we're casting, no one's cursed.
That's a great catchphrase. That should be no one steal that. If anyone's listening, no one steal that. I really like that. When we are casting, no one's cursed. Also, one thing that I feel like maybe Dabu is actually playing for the warp whistle. Maybe he thinks that there's a warp whistle, and by kind of getting behind like this, he'll get the warp whistle. Which is not true and it won't happen, but maybe that's what he's thinking. I don't know.
It is a pro controller.
What if it does happen? Oh, man. It would just be another signal of his platformer prowess, I think, if he's able to pull that off.
Looks like Goose in the bottom right, he made the jump that did him in last time, so he is currently in uncharted territory on 3-Fortress.
The fortress.
Or is it 3-Castle? I don't remember. Unfortunately, he does continue to freeze, but that's really just COVID at this point.
At this point, yeah.
Now, in your opinion, in your expert opinion, I would say, do you think... Okay, Goose takes a death, unfortunately. Do you think that you want to be in the lead going into intermission? What from a psychological perspective?
You hear, I think, a lot of people saying they like to kind of be in the... They don't like to be in the front. I personally think that's a bunch of horse shit. You want to be in the lead. You want to be in the lead the entire time. You don't ever not want to be in the lead. If you're not in the lead, you're losing, and losing is not good.
So would you say is there not really a concept of, like, drafting in cycling, for example, where the person in second place, you hide your body behind the first place person to kind of conserve energy with the wind currents?
I would assume
certainly that exists. Certainly that exists. But I think that physicists these days want to just omit the boost that the person in first gets too. Sure, there's a significant boost to the second place person, but the fact that you're helping the person in second place, that gives you a feeling that
it always starts you at that level.
What feeling is that?
Is that true?
It's a feeling of, yeah, we're in this together, we're working together, we're gonna beat this level together, let's do it.
I'm gonna say yes and they're competing against each other, are they not?
No, they are. They are. You're absolutely right.
But so wait, you're kind of saying they're competing against each other with one another? Is that what you're saying?
I absolutely. That's exactly what I meant. Also, charity is good too, and it's good to help others.
Yes.
No.
It depends on the others sometimes.
We're still in
but
World 3.
we can say in general, helping is good, right?
I got so lucky.
Yeah, helping is good, sharing is caring, and being in the lead is better than not. Those are the. I think that's in the Constitution.
I just said I'm not in World 4, so.
Okay, what am I supposed to do there? That thing
We
keeps
got
running
Dabu
over.
on 3-5.
Ahead.
Shox takes another game over. Goose takes a death on the Desert Castle. I think we're really seeing the difficulty spike in these levels. The first world I think the
I'm
players
on level
dispatched with the first world in, I don't know, like 15 minutes maybe? But they've all been stuck on these 3 or 4 levels for a half an hour at least.
It looks like the difficulty has gone up. That's not disputable. But when the going gets tough, that's where the tough get going.
Let's see. So we've got... This is very... So we've got Shocks and Goose neck and neck on the
That
fortress
timing
now.
was so
Oh, and...
fucking
Oh, sorry, the
bad.
castle. And Sonic is
I
starting
hate
the
how those
castle
things
as
go
well.
off the
So
screen.
all
Like,
three...
It sucks that you just can't see
Sonic
it.
takes a quick death.
And they just come from out of nowhere. And I know I should be more patient.
He got all the
I
information he
understand
needed
that.
from
I
that
think I'm
life.
rushing it too much.
And now we see Dabu negotiating the sun. But it appears that 3-Castle is tough.
And
we're gonna chill.
It wasn't that
Play
long ago
smart.
that we
We're
saw
gonna play
none of these
smart
other
Luigi.
athletes at the
Smart
sun.
Luigi. Set
So
numbers
I
up.
can imagine that Dabu might have a fighting chance here.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We're not even halfway done. We're not even to intermission yet.
See, look at that. I knew he was gonna be there, and I waited. I chilled.
Literally anything that happens in the first half can unhappen in the second half. That's just how probabilistic game theory works. I don't need to
Theory
tell you
dictates
that. Yeah. Now, I'm looking at Dabu right now. He's holding a P-switch. He's walking through the level holding a P-switch.
What does that P-switch do?
I think he's going to
I'm
try
throwing-
it does
Bring it
nothing.
with him.
Oh!
He's going
No, no,
with.
no! No, he got a mushroom! He's Big Luigi now.
What does that P-switch do?
Such
It
bait.
switched into a mushroom when he crossed the finishing line, and then he ate the mushroom and became Big Luigi. I didn't know that was possible.
Hopefully, I can get to halfway.
That's actually the first time I saw a P-switch. I wasn't sure that those existed until this moment.
No, wow, that's
Imagine
Wow.
how the game over
that's
really
Dabu for you.
All right.
Some of these levels are kind of long. That
So
would
Goose
suck
has
so
at least
hard.
got the halfway point on this castle level.
He does.
What was that? Oh no! Oh yeah, yeah. He got that.
And
Has
he
anyone else reached that?
no. He also has 4 extra lives, so he should be able to make pretty good use of that halfway point. If he does end up dying, he should have 3 more chances respawning at the halfway point. I think these players, it would... So we're 5 minutes away from intermission. I feel like if I'm one of the players, I really want to finish this castle before intermission. I want to get that in the past.
That's huge. And I don't know how aware they are of where everyone else is, but to really be a step ahead on a level where everyone is struggling, that's going to be huge for your mindset. And you'll be in the lead at that point, and that's right where you want to be.
Oh my gosh! If I had
Goose
died
now
there,
in the second...
I would've
Okay,
cried
Shocks
myself
in the
to
second half
sleep.
as well. He hits the halfway point, and goes through. He also has 4 extra lives, so they're on equal footing, although
I
Goose
would've
is about
literally
15,
cried.
20 seconds ahead. They are both
been
dealing with
so
lava.
sad. Would've
Now, if you touch lava,
That's
you
not
just
what's in my
die.
life. Either there's
Doesn't
so much
matter how
going on
big
on
you
the
are.
screen that's
And that is
The
that
boss
speaks
on
again to the
Castle
realism
World 3 is
that
the
Luigi brings to the video
Columbus
gaming
from
world.
Rick and Morty.
Yep,
What is
yep.
Goose fighting right now?
That is actually
Spoilers.
an alien
What's there?
that he's fighting. It's got one eye. It's got prickles. It changes colors is another piece of
Yeah,
things
if you're-
that it
if you're
does.
fuming about
Oh,
any
so
other level,
Goose
you'll get
deduces that
one.
you can do a spin jump on top of it and not take damage. That's
This is
key.
When Goose is the first to a boss, it's thrilling because you only get part of the equation.
I'm sure it'll get
Right.
harder, so
You only get a little bit of what's happening. So now,
Glimpses.
if he unfreezes and he's at the next level, we're still in the dark. We don't know.
Which is good for everybody.
It's
good for
What's
everybody.
Goose is good for the gander. And I've said that for years.
Probably lost so many streamers because of this fortress. So many
Okay, so Goose still on the... What'd you call that?
Alien.
The alien. He's still dealing with the alien. It's currently yellow. Now it's red.
This question is a shock.
He has taken damage twice. Okay, Shocks.
Shocks is on it. Shocks is on it too. He's
It-
trying fireball. Fireballs don't work.
So
He's got
he-
a little block over there.
I'm
The
really
block-
curious to see if Shocks is going to figure out that if you do a spin jump, you don't take damage. He's not even trying. He's just jumping all the way over. Oh, takes damage there. He could have done spin jump.
No, the furthest
It looks
anybody
like
is
both
is
Goose
3
and
tabs.
Shox have not solved. Oh,
Yeah, I'm on
did
full
Goose
run
solve
right
it?
now.
Oh, you
Goose
are?
destroyed it. Yes.
Oh, you beat the castle.
So the alien occasionally shoots
Sorry.
out a blue flashing block thing
Yeah, I know.
that you have to pick up and hit it. Hit it with it.
It's good.
Got it.
Minute,
Okay,
And then
okay.
if you do, it takes
maybe
damage.
longer.
Okay, sure. That makes total sense.
Yeah, Shox does not know about the spin jump tactic, but he doesn't need it. I think Shox is one hit. Ooh, he could have used it there.
There you go.
I think he needs only one more hit to finish it.
The caster.
And he is Big Luigi, so he's got one. He can take damage one more time. Oh! I'm on the edge of my seat. Oh no! He went for it and he failed!
That
Oh.
alien. That alien.
Ear alert! Oh man, your heart breaks because it's 1 minute until intermission. He really would have liked to finish that.
You're 3 minutes behind.
Now Goose, I'm not gonna call it a commanding lead, but I'm gonna call it like a, like an assertive lead.
And what I like about Goose's spot is how pretty the level he's on is. I think it's just it's something that's visually just nice to look at. I like the way that level looks.
Yeah, those. I feel like those mountains in the background probably have excellent skiing.
Yes.
They look like really nice elevation gain.
And the woods here down below look well nourished. They look like they are thriving. I think I might find some squirrels or chipmunks in this area. It's just a nice zone, I think, just to be in. If you spend the rest of your time in this championship in this level, I think it would really help the frustration that comes with that.
I can think of no pleasanter level. So we are at intermission, so I'm gonna pop over to the other channel and announce.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, so it's officially intermission. So sorry to interrupt, but if you guys can pause your games for 10 minutes,
He's just complaining about.
and then
his
resume.
mom talking
Okay.
about,
yeah. So
Alright.
feel free to. So we're gonna interview
Isn't he
just in the order
on the
that I
Discord?
have the streams up. So if you Dabu, if you would join us for a minute,
Okay,
everyone
I'll
else,
tell him.
feel free to do what you need to do.
He hasn't played console games. Fuck him. Alright, I'm actually at the map screen.
Yeah, maybe.
Lord of Dabu.
God.
So we gotta ask, that mouse. What was going through your head when you were fighting that mouse? So we're gonna interview.
The mechanics are just so different than what I've been trained on for 40 plus years. That it's just changed, and muscle memory, it's hard to unravel that.
So when
A lot of
you
issues.
when you say mechanics, what do you mean? Like, how are the mechanics different on this game?
Well, like the invincibility frames are different, for instance.
Oh.
They're a little wider in this game than they normally are.
So you can
And
take.
even the jumping's a little bit different and the sliding's a little bit different. So quite a bit has changed.
I see. Do you think that maybe has something to do with this being a Luigi game?
I mean, it is. I mean, I'm not a Luigi champion. That's
Right.
true.
Yeah. Do you know? And this is do you feel like maybe this harkens back more to like Luigi's Mansion, for example, compared to one of the Mario games?
Not really. This is sort of a interesting hybrid because it's, as you've noticed, I'm sure it's a mix of a lot of different games. Like
Mhm.
we've heard Castlevania music, we've heard F-Zero music, we've heard Sonic music, and it
Yep.
borrows mechanics from all of those games. So it's like all these games in one.
Absolutely. So it's more of it's like whoever's the jack of all trades will end up being the ultimate Renaissance man, I guess. One way to put
Do
it.
you know where you are in comparison to everyone else?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Do you have a good feel for where you are so far compared to your competitors?
Well, I asked him who was in World 4, and I think only one of them is.
Okay.
I don't think I'm super far behind. I'm definitely behind because I lost a lot of time in the mouse and I lost a lot of time in the auto scroll. And I'm hoping that the game overs would send people back to the fortress, but it seems like it doesn't. It just takes you back to the same level. So that's going to change my farming strategy going forward.
I see.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what kind of adjustments you're gonna make, and how does it feel to kind of be playing from behind in this situation? Is that something you're accustomed to, and are you enjoying that?
I mean, it's not over till it's over. I wouldn't say I'm enjoying it, but I would never rule it out, right? I never give up, and that's one of the things that separates a champion from the second place winner.
Absolutely.
The champion just keeps on going.
And that's why everyone at home knows that's why you're an alleged 2-time champion. Thank you so much for spending the time to talk to us. We're gonna let you go. We're gonna try to get in Sonic here. Thank you. Good luck in the second half.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Sonic, do you have a minute to talk to us? Oh shit, I don't hear you. Oh, there you go. So so we have to ask that auto scroller.
That auto scroller.
That
was the bane of my existence.
You're past it now, but what was going through your head during that auto scroller?
So there's a weird balance you need to have in auto scrollers. Like, you got to be super patient because it's not like you can speed up time. You can't speed up an auto scroller, but you're in a race. So you still have that mentality of, okay, you want to optimize each jump. You want to make sure you jump early, but that's not how you play auto scrollers, especially in a blind playthrough. You got to play it safe because you can't speed up the camera. The camera goes at its own pace. So I struggled severely with trying to find that balance. And that actually was my downfall, essentially. I tried to speed up a little too much when I should have played safe.
But
outside of that, you've been playing really, really well, pretty good pace, and keeping up with the leaders, and sometimes in the lead pretty often. Do you see yourself changing that moving forward? How do you see yourself playing the second half compared to our other athletes?
I think if we remove auto scrollers, and stages with moles and crabs, which I'm going to have seafood later tonight in honor of those clams and crabs. You sure as hell bet I will. I think I can definitely keep up with anybody. So I'm going to play a lot safer on those stages.
Last question, then we got to let you go. We got to get in Shocks and Goose. If you see a ghost house on the auto map, how are you going to react?
I'm probably going to forfeit. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us. All right. Shocks, do you have a minute to talk to us?
I do, yeah. What's up?
So a lot of people in chat have been saying that you are the slowest but the steadiest competitor. One thing I want to ask you, in the first half, what's going through your head when you approach a boss? Like, whether it's the mouse or the crab?
I mean, nothing unusual. You just got to show up and do the job, right? I mean, so far they've all been the same. You find an object and throw it at them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you guys, I don't appreciate that you guys are icing me right now. I'm staring this third boss in the face, and this is a big play right here. Like, I have to beat him here, otherwise I'm gonna lose a bunch of time.
Yeah, and so we were watching intently with your last attempt on that sort of alien thing, and we were both pulling for you, but I think everyone at home is expecting you to dispatch it with ease this time.
I hope so. I wasn't anticipating his extra moves that he was doing.
Yeah.
So far, the bosses have been quite straightforward. This guy has a twist, so I wasn't expecting it, but now I'm ready for it.
So, sorry, Adam, go ahead.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on Luigi World in general? How do you think this ROM is playing? Is it playing to your strengths?
It's a great ROM. I don't like some of the mechanics. Like, there's a lack of vision sometimes, and on the sun level, my camera kept moving when I didn't want it to, and then it would move the sun with it. But the music is amazing. It's fun finding all the games, like, remembering what game the music's from. I'm enjoying that a lot.
Mhm.
It's a very well made ROM, and I think we need to pay royalties to the developer of it.
Absolutely. I think we have a shout out planned for the developer at some point. Anyway, we got to get Goose in here. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
Goose, do you have a minute to talk to us?
Yeah, I do.
So first of all, great job. We love what you've been doing with the first half. I think the question on the forefront of both of our minds is how have you been able to, like, so we heard in Dabu's interview that the mechanics are a little bit different in this compared to, like, you know, Mario games. How does it actually affect you when you're using your feathers to try to push the buttons?
You know, the less you think about hitboxes, the more you're able to overcome them. And as an aquatic waterfowl, you know, you see things actually 4 seconds ahead into the future. And that's how I've been able to get so far in this game.
So that's because that actually speaks volumes. Because we noticed you dispatched that sun, you're the sun, you know, the sun. You dispatched it with ease, and we thought, wow.
Most people fly away from the sun. You know, they have that saying about getting too close to the sun. But gooses fly as close to the sun as they can to hide from their foes and to feast on the weak prey that crawls on the ground on their bellies.
Yeah. I'm inspired. This is incredible. Is there a bird-specific OnlyFans where we can find you, or is it just the normal OnlyFans?
Yes, it's Goose Corkscrew. You'll figure out what Corkscrew is when you research Gooses online, and then hashtag OnlyFans #1. And I only do shows at 4 a.m. on Wednesday nights.
Time zone?
This would be the Pacific time zone.
Thank you.
All right, Matt. Best of luck in the second half. We're gonna let you go. And yeah, we'll see you at the end. Thanks for talking to us, Goose.
All right, thanks for having me.
All right, everyone, please resume in 3, 2, 1, go.
I don't think Sonic's here, so let's not.
Oh, really?
Yet.
Okay. Then yeah, you guys can do it the right.
We'll start momentarily.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. I tried to count them in to start the second half, and Sonic's not there. So, all
right.
I think we're gonna
wait it out.
Yeah, I think. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, we really iced Shocks. He just got into the boss room for the second time when we paused it.
That's the way it goes. Look at that. That is not where you want to be.
It's not.
He should have timed that better. I don't know why that's on us.
We will start momentarily.
Let's hope these streams load.
I don't know why Sonic's muted at this crucial
moment. Oh, interesting. Wow. Okay, so I was kind of worried that Sonic and Dabu like were picking up the same video feed. Because I saw them in the exact same spot, but then I noticed that Sonic has 1 extra life and Dabu has 4, so they actually just happen to be in the exact same spot.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool. So Adam, what do you want to see in the second half? What's your prediction here?
Is anybody not ready?
I just can't get enough of this high level Luigi play. We're seeing some moves that are unprecedented. 5, 4, I've said this time and time again. 2, 1, these are moves that no one has ever done. These are moves that take imagination. These are moves that take courage, and there's some just very exceptional stuff. It's incredible, and it's really enjoyable to watch. What about you? What do you want to see?
I'm excited for the storyline of Dabu to continue to unfold because he has now caught one of the competitors. I have a feeling that Shox is probably going to dispatch this boss with ease this time. I think. Oh, there he goes. You know, he mentioned in his halftime interview that you know, he felt like he was being iced, you know, taken out of the flow. But I think that's really going to work to his advantage because he had 10 minutes to think about the boss's mechanics. Oh, look at that! Do you see that stutter step?
Absolutely. Can I get a screen share?
That's pixel perfect. Look at his jumps.
There's incredible. Can I get a screen share?
Let's go.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That's big.
You're doing a great
Big one
job
right now. Let's go.
commentating without being able to see anything. That's pretty impressive.
just trying to match your energy.
Let's see here. How's that?
All right. I'm great. Thank you. All right.
Okay,
You
awesome.
did it. And I took us out of the game a little bit on that. My bad.
No, but it was after he already finished the fight.
Okay,
It was
good.
incredible. You know how the boss shoots out the fireballs? Like most of the fireballs to one side and they're stacked vertically, and then
Yeah.
one fireball behind them. Shox was running into the tiny little gap between the fireballs and then standing there and taunting the alien blob as the fireballs fell down around him, and then he would jump over.
That's awesome. And he's always been a player with incredible style, and he's not willing to cow to anyone, especially the commentators. He pushed at us. He let us know he wasn't pleased. But the rules are the rules, and that's on him.
Yeah, it's almost like what's the opposite of... I think we put him on the opposite of tilt. We kind of got
Right.
him fired up.
He's in the zone. He's in the untilted zone.
Look at that.
Oh
Look,
my god.
He's about to
Look
do the
at it.
bullet bill glitch. Oh man. Okay, so he's not going to be... But he almost was going to save like 2 frame rules there. Okay. So Goose still... based on the background, it looks like he probably dispatched this first level with relative ease. And it looks like... Because based on the background, it looks like he's now a level ahead of Shox.
Yeah, there are some Mondo bullets that I saw Goose encountering and dispatching with ease, as he said.
I got
is-
so lucky because I
he's,
actually didn't jump there.
not having any issues. Let's see how Shox does. He's shown some really, really good skill against these bullets. They move quickly, they move slowly, and he's not going to be off-put by anything.
And Goose finishes the level. Okay,
Boom.
Shox finishes the level as well. So Goose is on the 3rd level in this world. So it's 4-3, I think.
Yeah, it is. actually.
Sonic's on 4-2, and then we still have Dabu and Sonic on the Fortress.
Which is really just.
But we got
bunch of
Sonic
nerds.
dealing with the alien blob
Yeah,
boss.
it's okay.
Can he solve it?
Let's switch over to Sonic's audio a little bit.
All right, another definite
Jumps into him.
castle set
Get
over
that life.
again.
There you go.
Let's
Not life.
let's
Sorry, get
play
that
this
shroom.
super safe. I don't
Shrooms
want
are life?
to go little Luigi.
Yeah, I am.
Really are. Oh, Shox takes an
That's the
L.
last level of World 3.
So Sonic... so Goose
You're on the
just
last level,
immediately
what
did a spin
Yeah.
jump on this blob boss thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that hit him.
Shox never did it
On its
once.
own. Now
Sonic
I'm-
hasn't done it yet.
Holy crap.
How did Goose know to do a spin jump? And will Dabu know to do a
Cutting it
spin jump?
close.
Have we seen any of the other athletes try a spin jump yet?
We've seen... Oh, and Sonic goes down.
I didn't think he would jump. He didn't.
We've
jump
seen
on the
Dabu
previous
do the
times,
spin
but he
jump
jumped
on...
there.
Like, see, he's doing the spin jump
And
there
that
on the
game
thwomp.
over, so I lose my checkpoint,
Which is
and
kind of
now
like a
I'm all the way
cheesy
back.
sort of tactic that
Yeah.
most Luigi
That
players would never
hurts.
bother doing that.
That is
Yeah.
painful. That is
Yeah,
like
and
getting
he's known
pinned
for that, right? He's
or
known for that
forked,
style
rather.
of play, and yeah, it gets him some
And
wins in some
losing a
spots,
rook
and
or a
gets him a
queen.
reputation in
I mean,
other
a king.
spots.
Cap.
Yeah, it's akin to... Oh, and is Dabu going to skip that block? He must know what's in it. And he must know it's not a power-up. Because he is small Luigi right now.
It's okay, but we've
And
done this before,
He's
so we
gotta
can
play.
kind of
he's-
speed
I'm
run
sure
it. We don't have
that
to play
his
too
his
safe,
sort of place
actually,
in
on
this
the way up.
race is in his head right now. He's got to push. He's got to
So,
get going.
Even
He's
there,
gonna
we don't
make
actually
a run for the
need
champ.
Big Luigi because we're not going to get hit
And
again.
he takes a
Got
death,
another death.
so... Because he seemed to have an inclination that he was behind, but he didn't know by how much and to whom.
Now that we know the entire
which is
layout
good.
of this, we don't have to worry too much about slowing down.
Goose
We can just
is
speedrun
here
right
in
back to the
a
boss.
Red Rock
I
land.
do want to maintain at least
looks
having a
to
fire
be
plant
not having much issue
um,
with it at all
at the
as
boss.
he dies.
just to be on the safe
It's
side.
like-
Game's over.
Caster's Curse.
Casters are only cursed when they're cursed. The casters is
Okay. Gotta play
Sometimes,
that,
yeah,
we'll
the
save, 'cause
blessing doesn't extend.
platforming on that thing
eternally.
is a little finicky.
Now it's hard to know if Goose is really having a hard time with that game over screen or his stream's frozen.
Personally, I wouldn't have it any other way.
We just gotta do this.
It is kind of the best, and I'm glad it wasn't addressed during the
Okay, there
interview.
should be a
Like,
power up
yeah.
to get bigger soon.
Well, at this point, I don't think there's anything we could do. It's just COVID
True.
at this point. But I feel
Yeah,
like it's sort of like,
Gonna
you know,
come up
we've
when I go
seen,
down
the two of
there.
us have seen so
That
many
jump
Luigi
was
competitions
not
in our
intended.
lives that we've
Okay,
seen it all.
got
And
that.
nothing really
Getting a
excites
fire
us.
plant,
Or, I mean,
and then I'm gonna get
shouldn't say excites.
actually
Nothing really
even
takes us by
another fire
surprise
plant.
anymore. Except for this
sure.
Goose situation where we
At the
literally
end. If
don't
I
know
play
because
this
we
a little
can't
slow, I
see
can
what's
have 2
happening.
fire plants
It's pretty
at the boss.
surprising.
Do I want to
It's-
play it slow though?
It puts me on the edge of my seat, and I don't even know why I
I'm
have
not
the rest of the chair
entirely
there
sure.
because I'm
You guys
constantly
do,
at the edge of my
stream every
seat.
round.
I only need the edge.
The game is just lagging. Actually, there's just
Just turns into the Luigi. David
Where are you
situation.
focused right now? Where are your
the
eyes? What are
shit
you
is just-
watching
There was
closely
just too
at
much
this
crap
So
on
I
the
was just
screen, so the
watching
game started
Shox
lagging,
finish
and
a
that was
level.
The only reason why I got hit.
But okay, so Sonic
That's
is on
not
the
an
second
excuse,
half
that's just
of the
lag.
castle.
He is. That's what I'm kind of watching. I want to see him get another run at the alien boss. See,
Oh, nice dodge on the fireball there. That was
Really
pixel
sick.
perfect.
Make sure that goes all the way down because
world's slowest piranha there. That takes patience. Ungodly amount of patience
should be
there.
the ball store soon. Right there.
Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, so he's
All right, let's
Fire
do this
Luigi
again.
with an
The
extra
only thing
mushroom
is
in
this
tow.
boss, you can't easily you
Is
can't
that
speed
enough?
it up.
Is that
right?
enough?
Like, he will throw out his shit. And
You know, for any other player, I would say I'm not sure, but for him,
however,
oh, looks like he doesn't know how to thrust it very
speedy
forward.
he wants it to be.
So he took
You're all-
damage in order to hit. So he sort of traded damage there.
Yeah.
Come on.
But I don't think that's going to work long term because I think
Not sustainable. It's not sustainable.
not
We've
sustainable.
all...
I
Again,
gotta
this
be
is a
careful.
boss
On
I think
the
that really
third
pushes
phase, he
you.
actually starts
It
jumping
pushes you to
when he's
wait
yellow.
for the opportunity. I know that's a part of my game that's always struggled. I want to be mashing those buttons. I want to be pressing as many of those buttons as possible. So this is a boss that would be very
Not
challenging.
this phase, the
Yeah.
next one.
I think
one,
this
he
is
just shoots an
probably
extra one,
so
which-
far. If you think about the
whatever.
crab, you think about the mouse. This has got to be. This has got to be one of the
He looks like
tougher
a giant
bosses.
ball sack.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's also got it's multi-phasal, right?
Yep.
So he's big
Jumps.
Luigi. He's got to dodge these fires here. Oh, and he does.
But you
Nice
can just
jump.
Pause 1 minute.
Really
and
nice
then
jump.
over.
So I think he only needs one more damage. Oh,
Wow.
he
Oh,
decides to
of course
take
I
a
gotta
fireball.
do
Now he can't take any more damage here.
Oh, clutch.
Well,
Dr.
not
Clutchenstein.
That's big. That's big.
That's
He can't
really
be
big.
vulnerable in that spot, and he really brought it home. You could see the focus
Did
in
you
his
beat the
eyes
castle
as
finally,
as he
Dove?
grabbed that block for the last time.
No.
Excited to see where he takes this
I game
momentum here in
over.
the next
Didn't I
level.
guess?
Yeah, now I think he's got
Have you beaten it?
I
he's got
just beat
3
it.
relatively straightforward levels to kind of catch his breath.
Yep.
I just
Goose
beat it.
Goose is he's got a comfortable lead. Okay, so
Alright.
Goose
We're
has been
out
on
of the castle,
the
we're not
4-dash
in an
fortress
auto-scroller, so
for
we're just
maybe
going
20 to
speed
30
run this and
seconds.
catch up.
Okay.
So he's at the halfway point of the fortress, and Shox is just starting the fortress right now. So Goose and Shox, I would say basically neck and neck. Oh, except Shox takes a death.
That's and that's gonna
I
happen
am
as
confident
they
in
kind
my
of learn the level
platforming.
and as they learn the game. What you can't have is you can't be getting stuck on one spot for 4 or 5 lives. Let's see how he Oh, Shox might have that
Small
right
hiccup,
button.
it's fine, I'll get it.
Mashed. Oh, and a game over.
The thing
Big
is, you
hiccup.
are going to die. It's everyone's gonna die. You're gonna die. That's how it. That's Luigi. But
That's
it's
why life insurance is so important.
what are you gonna get out of that death? How are you gonna make your deaths work for you? That's the difference
know the
between
layout
first
at
place
least
and
for-
third place, for example.
And that's an amazing
What?
insight. And something that we can all really bring to our normal
Last
lives. I
time
think,
I
too.
was
Yes.
fast enough to not have him
The
even
people who
throw
get
that
to the
out,
top
but
of the
now
world, your Gateses,
I
your
was
Zuckerbergs,
slow?
they got there because of what they did with their
I thought I
deaths.
was even faster
That's
than
exactly
before.
right.
switch. So I'm watching Dabu right now. So he's dealing with the alien boss. So far, he has not done a spin jump. Goose is the only one who thought to spin jump on this boss. But
what's really exciting to me is it does feel as though the race is really tightened up. I don't see people being any of these athletes being so far behind where it's over for them. I really don't.
Oh no. We see Goose out in the lead, but that can change at the break of a neck.
For all we know, he either defeated this boss or didn't. I think he did. That's incredible.
And Dabu defeats the boss. Okay, so he is caught up to the same world. He's 4 levels behind Goose. He did first try it. Maybe he's picking up speed. Maybe he's picking up steam here.
And the best athletes utilize those half times to update sort of with themselves. Understand, hey, where do I need to be here? Where do I want to go? And change the trajectory of the whole championship. Is that's what you're gonna see the best ones do. Let's see what Dabu can do with this.
So I'm checking in with Shocks here as with the audio as he is now quickly dying in the fortress.
A lot of deaths here in this fortress. I think he's feeling a little rushed.
Is he tilted? Is he feeling frustrated? Does he feel? I mean, he had to feel like he was in pretty good shape going into halftime, and then he came out of the half firing on all cylinders. Since then, he's cooled off a little bit. Maybe it's starting to get to him. It also should be said, 3 hours is a lot of Luigi.
It's a lot of Luigi.
You're not gonna be as fresh in your when 2 hours and 45 minutes have passed compared to when just 45 seconds had passed, right?
Right.
Fatigue is a very real part of this competition, and that's where that conditioning comes into play.
The conditioning, that's exactly what I was going to say. That's where, the 4, 5, 6 hours of Luigi play each day is going to pay off. And if they're not putting in that time, this is where we see it right here. We can immediately grade these people's training and their work ethic based on how well they do at this exact second.
Yeah. And what's your diagnosis?
They all have not played enough Luigi.
Yeah.
Honestly. They came out so hot, and we've seen some really incredible stuff here in the early parts. But I want to see that continue. I really do. Where do you think they could improve?
I think they need to grind. They need to put their nose to the grindstone and just go.
But let's not forget, this is a game. We gotta have fun. We gotta have fun. You can't forget about why you do it.
So, I'm not gonna. So I feel like it should be mentioned that in this competition, there are no banned or illegal substances. And halftime could be, a very opportune time to do anything you might feel you need to do in order to get any edge that you might be going for.
Yeah, and there are a lot of avenues for that. You've got injections. You've got the nostrils. You've got inhalants. There are a lot of avenues you can go, and so whoever picks the right sort of addictive substances, we're going to be able to see which one did it the right way here.
These players need to know, and I'm sure they do. The time to it's called the time to activation of any of these substances. For how long after you put it in your system does it actually do you actually start feeling the benefit? I feel like we're going to probably tell maybe 20 to 25 minutes after intermission has passed if we see a sudden spike in sort of player attunement.
I think it's
we'll know. This boss that Shux is on right now actually seems like maybe the easiest boss in video game history.
Why do they give him that ledge? This must be sort of a respite. This must be a situation like, take a breather. We know you're in the championships. We know you're having a hard time. This is your chance to grab a drink of water, enjoy the moment, and then let's get back to the grind.
I wonder how far Goose is.
I'm on
So let's see. So Shocks is on 4-4. I'm interested to see if the background is the same as Goose's. It does appear to be the same. Holy cow! Look at that chainsaw that Goose had to jump
You're
over.
taking advantage of that spin jump. This level will test your wits.
Boy, I'm gonna
Right
be
now they're
absolutely
speculating
terrified next time I go to my
Performance
garage
enhancing
that this chainsaw is just gonna come at me flying like that.
And it's we got a nice freeze frame on Goose. Like normally they don't sit there like that.
No, because I looked over and the screen was frozen for Goose. It was just a chainsaw sitting there, and I thought, well, that's perfectly normal. And then all of a sudden it
Nice.
What?
Dude,
Shox has got the spin jump on the chainsaw.
Oh, he
He's got it
knows.
figured out.
What were we just talking about? What were we just talking about?
The TTA, and we found his TTA.
And it's about 22 minutes since intermission ended.
That's right, and he was the last one to the back to his gamer seat, his athletic position. Is he? And this is unheard of. Is he mixing substances, trying to find a sort of alchemy like wizardry to a victory?
I'm not even going to go there.
Yeah, I would never. I wouldn't. I don't know why anyone would bring that up.
I think it's a great question. It's a really good question, and I'm just.
And it's honest.
It's very honest. Everyone at home was thinking that. They're all glad that you asked that. And so we see Shox at the halfway point. Goose has completed the level, so Goose is basically a full level ahead at this point. We see Sonic and Dabu making mincemeat of the first few stages of World 4. Wow.
It looks like a lot of comfort with the bullets, just in general, with this crew.
And that comes down to your background.
It does. It really does.
Some people, depending on the environment you grew up in, are just more comfortable with bullets than others, and you can't really practice that at a certain age. That's just something you either have or you don't.
It's akin to fight or flight. It really is.
Trouble sleeping. I might have to pause it.
I feel like in general, right, we're gonna say that the best Luigi players they're gonna flight more than they fight because they're flighting through the stage. That's the whole point, right?
The entire basis of sport is that you're fighting. Why wouldn't you fight?
Understands the importance of that.
Except sometimes you have to fight during the bosses.
Yeah, I told her I was going to make a bank
Crew, you can't fight there.
Anyone under the age of 12
Oh, Shox is gonna take a death, a crucial death.
Goose is just cooking here.
Ends too.
Yeah.
Is he? I can't really tell.
I just keep seeing new backgrounds out of the bottom right. Backgrounds I haven't seen before. And it's just so exciting.
It is.
I told her that I'll be playing some stuff.
Whoa, what's that? That's a large bird bat.
Me making bank off my first.
Goose dispatches it with
stream.
ease.
It's gonna put me on the map, y'all.
Not a problem.
He dispatches the boomerang bro about to throw a forehand. Oh, but he takes one there. He's got one mushroom in reserve.
Ooh, what's it boom?
What is
What's
he?
gonna happen with the boomerang?
He's got to either get hit by the boomerang or the shell, right?
This is not a good start
There's
for him.
no way he's gonna be Big Luigi the next time we see him.
Sorry.
Oh, this is thrilling.
He is Big Luigi though, so he should be fine. Oh, and it goes black.
Okay, all right.
Did he rage quit? No, he beat the level.
This is sensational.
He is small Luigi though. Okay.
They don't know how to
That's
process
important.
My lag.
This is really why we get paid the
It's
big bucks.
lagging.
Because other Luigi commentators would have had no idea what happened. But we deduced that he would be small Luigi and he would beat the level.
You'd have to
And
apologize.
15
Honestly,
seconds later,
if you heard me talking
we're
to
proven
myself
right.
on my stream, you know it's okay.
And it's a call that you don't see any other commentator make because they don't have the courage. They don't have the stones to go out and say, "Hey, I know what's going to happen here, and here's what it is, and I'm not afraid to say it."
Right.
I set this Twitch shit up, all that stuff.
Oh,
up
Goose.
today.
We do see Goose take a death there.
My road to fame and glory.
So Shox is one level behind.
You guys are toast.
He just started 4-5. Goose is on 4-6. and we've got Dabu and Sonic both on 4-3. So they're 3 levels behind the lead, 2 levels behind Shocks. Let's check the time. We in the Central Time Zone are coming up on 2,200 hours. The competition will end at 2,300 hours, so we have about 1 hour of Luigi left to play.
Wow. Every single Goose death is a glimmer of hope for Shocks. Every single one, and I'm really excited to see what he does with every opportunity he gets. I'm excited to see as we get to the end game here.
Oh my fucking
and
god!
he
Are you
decides to
serious?
jump
Okay,
down a pit.
We're good.
Sonic,
Such a stupid
we
guy.
see him with a game over. And Goose appears to be playing Luigi.
Oh, and takes the death, I think.
Did you
Looks like
notice
that.
he has 7? Now he has 6 extra lives. So he's been stockpiling. He's got a treasure trove of extra lives.
All right, we're at about an hour left for the announcers.
So 57 minutes.
Wow. He appears to be, I'm going to call it controlled. He's kind of like the HIIT of the competitors, the high intensity interval,
I don't think it's there.
right? Because he is when we see his video, which isn't that often,
Yeah.
but when we do see it, he is moving fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then
Yep.
he also stops. So it's like he sprints, and then he stops and assesses
Gets
the
a little
situation.
rest.
Yeah, a rest.
Gets a little rest in, gets a little recovery, and lets that heart rate recover. And those sorts of workouts are
God,
great
dude.
if you're trying to
I died
achieve
at this spot like
uh,
2 times already.
results that aren't that useful in Mario. But for Luigi, oh my god, a hit workout, that's the best kind of workout you can do for Luigi.
We know that Luigi is all about increasing his VO2 max.
Yes,
And that's
What's
the
going on?
HIIT style is really conducive to the VO2 max. What would the right word be? Helicopters?
It would be helicopters. I would have also accepted pineapple.
Pineapples. Ooh.
I couldn't jump. It wouldn't let me jump.
Okay, so
I think
Shocks
this guy-
This guy's got a boomerang. this card's
Shocks
flying at
just
me,
got a
what's going
power
on?
up, and then he
No,
took damage, and
why
then he
is
jumped
that-
down a
okay,
pit and
that's so
died.
cheap. Okay,
Why'd
I
he do that?
understand.
I'm
Supposed to
here
use the
trying,
coins?
you know,
This one
this
level has
we.
voice track,
I
so
we,
you
I
can
want to
throw
see.
it
I just
out.
want to see
Oh,
some
man.
magic. Is what I'm really looking for. I want to see some magic
That's
here,
ridiculous.
and we're so
Okay.
close so often.
Yeah, we should start.
Man, okay, and Dabu has overtaken Sonic, by the way.
There's no mushroom here?
So Dabu's on effectively 3-4. Sonic's on 4-3. Shocks is on 4-5.
It's
Goose
so
is
much
on
memorization.
4-6. So we have an even 1-level spread. Dabu, no longer in last place for the first time in about an hour and a half. He's got to be feeling good. He's got to be feeling really good. But is he going to keep this high going? That's my question. He's got like an upward first derivative here. Can he maintain it?
And that's gonna be the name of the game here as we get deeper into the end game. Who can maintain that power for 3 hours? Obviously, you go beyond 4 or 5 hours, you're gonna want to see a doctor. But who can maintain it here for 3? Oh man, I think you can really feel Shocks pushing the limits here, using that sprint button, looking for every power up you can find, and just pushing here.
So we see Shocks at the chasms again, where he occasionally chooses to jump down. This time he doesn't. Halfway
Okay, just
marker.
halfway. That's big.
That's really big. And he's got 5 extra lives right now. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's check in with Sonic a little bit with his stream audio. So he finishes 4-3, so he's gonna get his first crack at the fortress 4-. Sorry, I keep saying 3-, but it's 4-. They're on the world 4. So 4- fortress here. So he's catching back up to Dabu. He's saying, yesterday was your day, but not today.
Goose at the castle. Goose murdering his way through the castle as well. Not a problem so far. Nothing that scares him. Nothing that concerns him. He's feeling super comfortable, just chilling.
Ooh. Sonic just barely misjudges a green Koopa hitbox and ends up taking the fall. Here's a question. So he's got 1 extra life. Do you ever think about, since you just started a brand new stage, you just die. You commit seppuku, and then you come back with 3 lives. So you spend about 15 seconds maybe, but you give yourself a couple extra lives.
Yeah, that's one that's common, a common strategy in some of the lower ranks. In the upper ranks, they know the value of every life, as it as an opportunity to make a difference for their standing in the race. I just don't think that that's a strategy they really want to employ at this sort of high championship level.
Sure. Man, I've
got some
physically seen the disappointment on every player's face when they pound that block that Sonic just did, and it's just a coin, not a power-up. It feels bad.
I feel it too. Every time, I just hope it's going to be more than a coin every single time. And it just never is.
How about that? Sonic gets the halfway point. He gets big. Then he gets the fire. And we know the boss on this fortress is famously easy. Famously easy.
Like right there. Why wouldn't I lose that right there?
What's the odds-on favorite here for the type of animal or creature for this castle?
Interesting. The goose castle.
Exactly. Yeah,
he is
castle.
about. Ooh, and Sonic takes a death. That's he will go back. Oh no, it's a game over, right?
Yeah.
Because he didn't have enough extra lives, so now that halfway point that he got is not going to be. It's not going to do anything for him.
It's null and void. It really is.
That's a shame. He'll have to start over 4- fortress from the beginning. I'm thinking probably Chipmunk.
Chipmunk.
I think.
What is it? Did we get it? Is it Koopa Shell?
Oh, I think that's Lenny Koopa.
Is that a wizard? A wizard Koopa?
I think that's Lenny. All the Koopas have different names. It's one of Bowser's children.
Chance for me to come back.
Really?
Yes.
He has
Might as
children.
well finish it at this point.
Yeah. That's well. So I'm not going to get into the whole canon here, but there's very good reason that Bowser captured Peach.
No way for me to come back.
Yeah, we don't really want to get into it.
We're not going to get into it now, but you can Google it. Anyone at home can Google it. It looks like Goose did end up dying.
Okay.
So he restarts at the halfway point. He's got 7 extra lives still. So he's in pretty good shape. I think the question is going to be for the other competitors: are they going to get to this boss with as good of a life economy, we might say, because he's giving himself a lot of sort of wiggle room, right? Like he can die 6 more times, no big deal.
Yep.
Whereas Sonic, when he took the death at the 4- fortress boss, he didn't have a buffer of extra lives, and he had to start all the way over at the beginning.
I think one of the best parts about this competition so far is the Goose's stream is a great preview of the bosses to come. You get a little taste of it, you get a little feel for it, and then you figure out what happens when one of the other athletes reaches the boss. You get to really dive in and learn.
Well, at least you've got.
Yeah, it's like that's a great. I love that observation. It's kind of like a movie theatrical preview, right?
Yep.
Like, you see the Rock, you see him climbing this huge building to try to save his family, but that's it. You don't really understand the subtext, or why did he get there? What are the bad guys' motivations? What did the kids do to deserve to be kidnapped like that?
Yeah.
Another.
Here we go. He's back on Leonard.
I think it's Lenny. I'm actually gonna look that up quick.
We wouldn't want to be factually inaccurate on this stream.
We haven't been yet. Oh, Lemmy. Oh, and it's not Lemmy. I'm wrong.
I think it is. I think it is Lenny.
Koopa.
Okay, there's a blind job.
It is Lenny. Yes, it is Lenny, and he goes by Leonard.
Koopalings. He's one of the Koopalings. Let's see.
Koopalings, huh?
We got Larry, Morton, Wendy, Iggy, Roy, Lemmy, and Ludwig von Koopa. I can't tell which one this is. I think it might be Iggy. I think it's Iggy.
Oh, I was gonna say if you wanted some donuts, I'm
right. Okay. Iggy Koopa is a hyperactive, demented, and unpredictable Koopaling who wields the yellow magic wand. Okay, we'll check that when we get back there.
Now, Shocks is on the castle at this point. We may get a more in-depth look and maybe get a little character development out of Iggy, a.k.a. Leonard.
I'll deliver donuts to them.
It could be a new Koopa. A new Koopaling. It probably is. I don't know.
Who goes by Lenny. I don't know how many times I have to tell you this.
For a long time I didn't know that Lenny was short for Leonard.
Ominously.
And then when I learned that... Sorry?
What did you think it was short for?
I just thought that was just the full name.
Oh, sure. Okay.
I'd actually.
All right, Shocks reaches halfway point. Goose on Leonard.
Lenny. Okay, so this time he's got he's large Luigi. He's got a mushroom in reserve. We're seeing a lot of frames here. He jumps over. Okay, so this time he's realized he's got to play a little bit more patiently. Left, right, left, right.
And this is exactly what you'd expect out of Goose. A strong aerial assault.
Right.
Assault from the air. It plays right into his strengths, and I think that he's going to really do a great job on this fight.
Let's see. I'm going to put the audio over to Shocks for a little while. He's also... Okay, so we got Goose checking in with him again. He's small. Any hit would be his end.
Oh! Oh my goodness!
Did he win or lose?
Is there a way for me to refresh?
He got him.
I think
I don't know yet. I'm reserving judgment.
Okay. Oh, and Shocks is there. Shocks is at. Oh my God! What if Shocks gets it on the first try? What if Shocks?
That would be so hype. Oh, he just takes damage and doesn't deal any damage. Oh, that was terrible.
All right, I'm better than that. I'm better
Just
than that.
not even close. Goose does go to 5-1.
I'm a better player.
I think Shocks must have been sneezing violently during that attempt. Just he was overcome with like pepper sneezing or something. And that's, earlier we were talking about making the most of your deaths. I don't think that, I don't know how much information he gained from that death. I think he kind of just died, kind of like a bitch, and didn't really learn anything.
Well, he was sneezing. Like,
he was allegedly sneezing.
It was the commentator's curse a little bit.
Will that phase him?
Goose is on a forest level now. We must be at the base of that mountain that we were climbing earlier, which is very exciting.
Right, we saw the forest in the background.
Yep.
I like the foreshadowing. That's like a plot device.
You mix it in a little bit with some mushroom cloud things.
All right, second attempt for Shocks.
Here we go. Oh!
Oh, he knows about spin jumping.
Oh no! Is that a pause? Is he pausing? Nope. He knows all about the
Talking
spin
mad
jump though.
trash.
This is huge.
Wow, look at this technique. Oh, and Lenny dodges out of the way. And now Lenny's pissed.
Jumping
Whoa.
all over. Oh.
Oh, so you
I think-
can't hurt Lenny if you're spinning. Wait, did Shucks just beat it?
Yes, where I'm-
Wow,
just
second
beat it.
try.
That was
I think I
much
was
faster
getting-
than Goose.
He's closing on him.
I ran into a couple of spikes that seemed a little off.
A lot of people might be wondering where is Goose at this point.
man.
It's hard to say.
I look up and I see Sonic dying. Sonic was way out. He was way out ahead for a long time. And he's still doing great.
You know, I've heard that Sonic is also an exceptional chess player, and was recently in a top match for that. There's something to be said for really splitting your attention across multiple games, and I think you can kind of see some of that. And it's not a really a good excuse. It's really, I think, rude to the championship itself that you're not really giving it its due attention.
Yeah, I mean, I was offended. You know, when we checked in half an hour to go live,
My game glitched
if
out.
everyone was ready, and Sonic was like, "Is that today?" No, that's not true. He didn't actually say that.
You let me much quicker than I did.
But if he had, then that's what
No,
I would have
died
thought.
once as well.
Let's look at Dabu.
I'm
Bad
kind of engrossed in Dabu's little corner here in the top left. Really making some solid moves here. He is small. He is vulnerable. This is a tough spot. Oh, you wanted to be invincible going through this little piece.
Do you remember this moment? Do you remember this
Yes.
moment?
Oh, Goose does.
That was the Goose moment. I'm so excited to actually see what's. Oh, there's nothing there. Okay,
Yeah. Okay. Well,
that's what
good.
we said. That's exactly what we predicted.
we didn't commentate on it before because there was nothing.
Here's the thing: a lot of commentators, like the lesser tier commentators, will just say what they see. Right? They're just describing what's on the screen.
Yeah.
As Sonic dies again.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're trying to dig a little bit deeper. Dabu dies again. What was that, by the way? He cleared the jump and then he was like, "No, actually, I think I want to die here."
You talked about this. You start a level. You're low on lives. Why not game over yourself?
Oh, he did. Wow. Nice strategy.
Really, really strong. Cheeky is what it is. Cheeky.
Sonic, he also takes a game over for similar motives, I think.
You were handing out lessons to commentators before, though. You know, they just see, they read what's on the page. That's what it is. You got to interpret. You got to feel what's on the page. You got to understand where the plot's going, where the story's going. For all of you up-and-coming commentators for the Luigi world, back the fuck off. This is territory that's spoken for, all right?
There's not enough salary to go around.
That's right. I'd like to thank our
Oh,
sponsor.
Shucks got
Yeah.
Kaizo blocked. Did you see that?
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
I
okay.
missed it.
So it's on 5-2, so we'll have to pay attention. He'll probably avoid it in the future. I'm gonna switch back to Shox' audio though, just see if he. So right there, see that block he just hit?
Yeah.
It was an invisible hidden block. The first time he tried to jump over the chasm, but he hit that block and plummeted straight down and died.
Incredibly rude.
It's called a Kaizo block because so Kaizo world are like these really difficult Mario ROM hacks where like the level it's super difficult.
Sure.
And what they do is they put those invisible blocks in there like that so that you'll die in really frustrating ways that you couldn't see coming. And so you have to die. You learn where the block is, and then in the future you can avoid it. It's really great game design.
It is. It's strong game design. It challenges a characteristic of these athletes that you don't normally see, and that's perseverance.
Yeah, they haven't come
Do
out
you
yet,
have
so
the
I guess you can,
drive?
like,
Are you
big
willing
build
to
or anything like
take
that.
a small bit of defeat for a victory in the future?
What am I going to tell you right now? It's all about how you make use of your deaths.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Sonic dies again.
Sonic dies again. Man, This is turning into the ghost house level for him. Maybe it's less about the ghost house and more about at about 2 hours in, he just hits a wall.
I'm excited to see what Dabu makes of Leonard. We got to be coming up on that at some point. Now, Shox and Goose have the same background. They must be on the same level.
I think they are. I think Shox had a really nice finish to the last
I got
one.
popped by that Kaizo blood as well.
Wow.
And
you see that monster?
Oh, on Goose's screen?
Like on Shox's screen, it like shits lightning and then fires everywhere.
That's Zeus.
That's exceptional.
Yeah, that's Zeus. Ever heard of him?
Yeah. Like we got Daedalus in this thing. Now we got Zeus. Shox finds a halfway point.
Goose
Shox
just
and
found
Goose.
that halfway point about 15 seconds
heck
ago.
am I
So
Oh
they-
my goodness.
This is a true battle.
Let's check the time. What do we got here?
Did Sonic GG?
Yeah,
His stream is black for me.
Watch too many cartoons today. Now he's having
Yeah.
cartoon nightmares.
Oh no idea. I hope
He
that-
might have rage quit.
I hope he comes back.
I can play Super.
Oh,
I mean,
Luigi,
Goose
Star
is
Wars
black.
Shooters,
Okay, no, okay,
Okay,
we're back. We're
okay.
back.
Good.
Simultaneously.
You can't.
We're back. We're
That's how I
back.
roll.
You can't swim in that. I was so certain that I could swim in that I didn't even give it a second thought. That's
I'm
alright.
gonna be the first forfeit. It's gonna be like.
All right, so checking the time, 22:20. So we've got 40 minutes left to play. I would say this
Oh,
is
yeah, now
anybody's
screen
game
keeps
still.
glitching out.
It's not Sonic's. He's not gonna win.
We're probably the
He
first
hit, he
people
is
that made
he
it
has kind of
far
hit
in
his
this
limit,
game.
but anyone else could win. Dabu is still he's got a momentum going.
Yeah, they never tested
What
it.
if Dabu first
Slams
tries
some of those
world
together.
first Leonard?
I'm not going to be surprised. At the same time, I'll be a little surprised.
That's exactly
Did
right.
Sonic dip out?
You and the rest of our nation.
But I think if anyone could do it, it's him or someone
He just
else.
said he was gonna flip it.
Yeah,
He's making mincemeat of this
What do we got
level.
going on Goose's screen? What do we got going on here?
What the hell?
Search Wood 4.
Is this evidence of ROM tampering?
Oh my god.
Oh no, okay, it's fine.
Everything's
Yeah,
fine.
my God, he-
Everything's fine. There's just a huge boulder floating in the sky that he's jumping on.
Wrapping up.
Oh shit, Dabu's fighting Leonard. Oh no!
Oh.
He eats shapes.
His kicks aren't doing anything. Okay, finally he gets some damage in. Let's quickly switch
Dabu
over
going
to...
with kind of a smother approach. Will he find the jump spin? Will he find it? He doesn't need it.
Oh! Did he just win? No, it just lagged.
What is-
Okay. His kicks aren't doing anything.
Oh,
Look, he kicked him twice and it didn't do anything.
what are you supposed
Yeah,
to
they're
do
watching
there?
my game glitch out.
Play better.
Any reasonable Luigi player would have played better.
If he's gonna cry. Oh, Shox has caught up. Shox has caught up. He is neck and neck with Goose now. Goose is like only a screen ahead of him. Wow. This is incredible.
And I think everyone can feel that, you know, the high-powered offense that Goose was showing early on, it's not there anymore. We're not seeing it. We're seeing a more conservative approach out of Goose, which I think is an intentional adjustment, but I don't know if it's the right one.
And here's what I'm going to say. We were talking earlier about, do you want to be in the lead? Do you want to be in second? Do you want to be drafting? Whatever. Goose was
Yeah.
in the lead, and it's obvious that he got complacent.
Brom's a little buggy.
It's obvious. Now Shock's game's over. Did he know?
I think he did. I don't know if he did. But he had basically just started that level, so it makes sense to refill your lives a little bit.
It does. It does.
Oh,
Dabu about to deal with Lenny again. Sonic's stream appears to be cutting in and out quite a bit. I wonder if he's having some kind of technical COVID issues. Dabu is small Luigi, and he's got to jump on Lenny like 3 or 4 more times. It's gonna be tough, but he
And
could do
at
it.
the right time, because apparently sometimes you still can't jump on him.
I think if you're skilled, you can.
Great jumps, Dabu. Incredible timing.
Oh,
That's
that vertical fireball. That's a tough one. You can't fault him for that. He played the best Luigi possible there, but Lenny played just a little bit better Luigi. Shox goes down to a spinning razor laser thing. I think Sonic has officially GG'd. He in Discord, he is now in the audience channel rather than the players booth channel.
Should we bring him into the commentators booth? It might be a little.
Oh, actually, I have a PM from him. All right, he says I'm the first forfeit. There's no way to catch up. GG's.
And you know, just to be in this contest there's a lot to be said for that. He's an incredible player who had a really great season up until here, and just an off day.
Yeah, I mean, let me put it to you this way: 4th place in the Masters at Augusta National still gets $1 million, right?
Is that true?
I don't know, but I think they make a lot of money. They still make quite a bit.
It sounds nice. I kind of want 4th place. I don't need a green jacket.
Yeah, I think. I mean, a green jacket, gold jacket. Who gives a shit? Am I right?
I don't think it's fewer words that have been said.
Dabu,
I think
once again facing Lenny. Looks like he's got the pattern down this time. He's got Fire Luigi and a mushroom in reserve. He's looking pretty lean, I would say.
He gets to keep that little ounce of sanity.
Oh, Lenny gets him with 1. But Dabu's got him 3 times.
There was a point, not that long ago, where we definitely had the feeling that Shox could really make a push here. Now Goose pushing back. Goose showing, I'm in the lead. There's a reason I'm in the lead. Let's battle. Let's fight.
He's saying complacency is just an 11-letter word. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm. That's all it is. Probably worth a lot of Scrabble points. Is it possible to Scrabble? Maybe. Maybe if place is already there.
Or if comp is a word.
Yeah, it could be.
Or
Look, we're not Scrabble commentators.
No, and for good reason. So Dabu dispatches Lenny. He is now... Okay, so Dabu's on 5-4. Dabu's on 5-1. Shox is on 5-4. Goose is on... This has got to be 5-5?
Yeah, I think that's... Or is it 5-4?
Yeah, which... it's... difficult to say. But it's still, man, this is still neck and neck. Either Shox is very close. He could easily overtake Goose at any time. And Dabu is in the hunt.
And I think he's gonna try for a push here. I do think he's gonna make a push. It's so exciting when Goose freezes. You don't know if he's going to come out of the freeze on the same level with the same amount of power-ups. Is he going to be holding a P-Wing or a trampoline? It's hard to know.
I have my own kind of observation. I'm going to put that in my own words. Goose has a skill for freezing at exciting frames.
He really does.
And that's another one of those things you can teach. You just have to practice it.
Yep.
You really have to call up your ISP.
It shows a skill set of organization, communication, and mutuality that you don't see in a lot of video games, really.
No. Okay. I'm gonna pop over the audio to Shox here. I think he's about to catch up. I think he's nearing the end of this level. He's got to negotiate this razor blade with ease. With ease. At ease. Everyone at home.
Here we go.
And Goose is not making short work of this fortress. And this fortress looks hard. He's dealing with wizards. He's got Gandalf on his ass.
You know in Mario World how they have those wizards that break those blocks?
If Shox wants
kill
to
one at a
make a
certain
big
spot,
move
you
here,
can't
he's
take
got to
it
make a
back.
play. Really, he's got to make a play. He's got to make short work of this
There we go.
this
Okay.
castle that Goose is not.
The fortress is really the make or break.
It really is.
Goose
That threw me
appears
off
to
my
be
game.
struggling with Gandalf. And if Shox has an answer to Gandalf, that will be big. That could very easily... Oh, Gandalf strikes Goose down.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
No.
It was gonna come
Go
in.
ahead.
One of Goose's strongest skills is his ability to understand the situation really quickly. He really will figure out, hey, what's going on against this boss? What's going on against this wizard? And solve it pretty quickly. It's an exceptional skill, and it's really pushed him to where he is right now. And I don't think that's something that Shox lacks. I think that he's very capable of that too, and we kind of need to see him use that skill set here now and make a big move. I keep talking about it. I want to see a big move.
I think he's making a big move, and I want to point out, I believe Shox has 5 extra lives right now. Goose has 2. And
really, I know that he's
yes.
found the halfway point of this
Right.
level. Too.
So I feel like if Goose doesn't finish this fortress on this set of extra lives, that could be the turning. That could be the chink in the armor that Shox was looking for.
Yes.
Because Shox has not taken damage yet in this fortress.
Game over for Goose? Goose gamed over.
He gamed up. He had 1 life, not 2. Wow, my mistake.
Now Shox found the halfway point.
And
5 lives.
He's got 5 lives. But
oh my goodness.
It's really going to come down to, can he deal with Gandalf? If he's got an answer for Gandalf, I mean, now he's half a level ahead, but he's got to deal with Gandalf.
Did you just jump right on? Is it done?
Gandalf's dead. He just Balrogged Gandalf. Oh, but he's stuck now. Oh, problem solving. Look at this.
Look out for Gandalf.
He baits Gandalf into helping him proceed with the level.
Ow.
Wow.
That's a huge fireball. Oh my goodness. This is thrilling.
Oh, he murders Gandalf again. I think Goose...
He's making a move.
Damage boosting. He's sprinting! It's been 2.5 hours. He hasn't sprinted once, but in 5-Fortress, he finally sprints, and what a sprint it is. Oh, he's
got to push. Get that.
He's gonna get to the boss here. Okay, he's got to negotiate Gandalf one more time to get through this wall.
He needs a Gandalf. Where's the Gandalf? Does he? He does not.
There it is.
Oh, okay, there it is. There it is. Oh no!
You don't want to kill Gandalf. You don't want to kill him. You need him to spawn on the other side.
Goose is back at Gandalf.
He ducks under the firework. Oh. Okay, he's going...
The fire!
These wizards are all over my ass.
Oh, he...
Oh, no!
Okay, he's fine. Okay, so he's large Luigi. He's got a mushroom. He's got to deal with this Koopa with fireballs flaming from the piranha at the same time. But this is one of the easier bosses. I think Gandalf was the real boss here.
Now Goose is he's cooking through this part too.
Wow, that's the move!
Oh, he's getting oh my goodness.
Oh, incredible. What a this is going to be this could be the moment. We don't know. There's 28 minutes left. Anything can still happen, but this could be the moment that Shox won the 2021 Luigi World Championship. Maybe not. We'll see.
Goose died again.
Goose died again? How many extra lives does he have? He's got 3. Okay. He's got 3.
Now this This level that Shox is on, unprecedented. Unprecedented. No one has ever seen this level.
No. Usually we would have gotten a few, maybe 6 frames of the level from Goose's stream, but we haven't seen a single frame of it yet. Oh, it's a quick death.
Okay, I'm thinking we
Now,
just stick
Shox
this
finding
guy
a few quick deaths
and
here,
immediately
not
jump
getting a
down.
lot of opportunity to learn.
I
You know,
don't
I'm not
know.
going to question his methods anymore. I think he knows what he's doing.
Play it safe.
You know, the time of me thinking I was the
Are you
best
serious?
Luigi player, that time is over.
All right, checking in with Goose, dealing with Gandalf here.
It's hard to
Yeah, I
watch.
got
It
overtaken.
really is.
There's 2 lava orbs. There's a wizard projectile. There's Gandalf himself. There's lava, and it's frozen. And it's so
It's hype. It's
so hype.
It's just so tense.
I was trying to find a different word than hype, but there's just no better word than hype. Oh, and Goose dies.
What?
Oh, and but Shox
Okay.
dies as well.
I'm gonna.
I think Shox is down to. He might be game overing soon. Yeah, he's on his last life here.
And I don't think
any
that he
map
cares
is
too much.
diagonal.
Yeah, here's the difference
Cliffs.
between him and Dabu. Dabu would. Okay, never mind. Dabu would definitely commit seppuku
Yeah, I think it's
to
essential
come
that I
back with
kill this
3
guy.
lives. I was going to
I'm
say that
assuming there's
Shox
a
would
power
never
at
do
the
that.
start.
And then he just immediately did it.
Now,
So
some
he
people
proved
might
me
call
wrong.
that the curse. It's not the curse.
No, that's not. That's Caster's intuition.
That's right. We read the page, we interpret the page.
Let's. Okay, so Dabu is. He's not far behind, right? I think he's 1 level before the fortress. So I think if he can finish this
Man,
level
stupid
at a
jump
decent
is, like,
clip,
so hard to do as
then,
Mario. I guess you have to jump it.
and then if he can negotiate Gandalf like Shox did,
But
he
I
could
really
move
wanna
into
start the
second
level with
place.
Big Mario. Like, I would
There's
like to
really
see
nothing
no
stopping
one
him.
take a hit.
other
You
than
know,
potentially Gandalf.
It really is Gandalf. Gandalf is Goose's ghost level, I think.
It could be.
It's the biggest it's the most we've seen him struggle this championship.
Name another moment that Goose struggled other than with Gandalf.
Even
You
like,
know,
like,
there are
when
so
you're
few
running- that's what
moments
it is.
where
When you're
it
running
was a
down
clean
slopes,
stream.
you
It
can't
really
jump.
is hard to say.
I think I've solved it. You can't
Name
jump when you're
name
running.
another moment where we actually knew what was going on with his stream. Rarely it happens. Oh, Shox is teabagging again. He's feeling himself.
Run.
That's one of my favorite combinations.
Okay.
Oh, Shox goes down.
All those-
Tragic.
The trail of coins.
Sorry. This game is so much trial and error.
It does
with some
seem
of these
like,
jumps.
you know, you start a new level. If you have fewer than 5 lives, you replenish. That seems like the meta at this point.
Well, we've seen, for instance, Goose died to Gandalf with only 1 extra life, and he ended up paying the ultimate price, where
Yeah.
he made a lot of progress on the level, and then it was all thrown out when he game overed. So maybe these people are, you know, it's just at the end of the day, it's really a philosophical question. Do you kill yourself so that your future self might live on?
Yep. And it's something that we all grapple with
Alright,
at
there's the
different
fortress.
points of our
Oh.
our life and second life.
Goose, he's on the boss of the fortress,
Okay.
keeping things interesting.
It is, yeah. Well, I don't think Shox has made a ton of progress on this next level.
I agree.
There's a lot of opportunity
Every
here to
level's
lie.
called Search Wood in this world.
These kind of slanted platforms are not the easiest
This level
to
is more for
negotiate.
music.
And it feels to me like it's another one of those types of level design that require a lot of patience, and it's honestly so challenging when all I want to do is mash the right button and jump when I have to.
And that's the sort of thing that if Dabu can get there, we know that he will make up a lot of pace on a level like this, where patience, cold-hearted calculation, kind of the inhumanity of Luigi, that's where Dabu will thrive.
Yeah.
But can he get there?
We all know Luigi does not have a personality. You know, he is a robot, basically. He's barely, you know, the brother of a plumber. He is more just math and math and math, and we'll get there and we'll figure it out at some point.
In some circles, the insult, "You're a brother plumber," is one of the worst that you can give someone.
Oh, of course, of course. You know,
Yeah.
What the heck? Is this guy coming back?
your brother plumber has ruined a lot of people's high school lives. It really has. It's something that cuts very deep.
I think Shox might be nearing the end of this. Ooh, but he's small Luigi now. He's
Vulnerable. Very vulnerable.
That looks like
he wants to fight the football.
I think that was Mahomes.
Oh.
He's pissed. Oh, nice jump. He's got to be getting close to the end. I'm watching with bated breath. This must be the last jump.
I don't know how important it is to be big. So much of this level is making sure you stay on the platform. That's so key.
Yeah. If you plummet down, it doesn't matter if you're big or small.
No. Now Goose is at a spot that Shox was at like 2 minutes ago or less. Goose is cooking.
He is. But this level is hard. Well, but maybe it's only hard for Shox. Maybe, you know, Oh! What a jump.
What a dodge.
What a jump. Those childlike reflexes. Like, we saw that Shox easily dealt with Gandalf, right? Easily.
Yeah.
Where Goose really struggled. Maybe it'll be the same, but in reverse here. All right, and Shox finishes level. He's going to be breathing a huge sigh of relief.
The thing is, Goose has got to be on first try, second try status on this level.
Yeah.
And doing well. Doing well.
Extremely well. All right, we'll have Dabu. He should be nearing Gandalf right now. So he's not that far behind, right?
No.
He's basically one level behind Goose now and maybe a level and a half behind Shox. Man, Shox really had some really clutch dodges there.
Oh,
Frame perfect.
I didn't even see that. That just
decides to give one back to the red flaming Koopa.
Did he just start a level? He's probably...
Yeah.
Working his way back up, right?
It's gonna be hard to track if we're this close.
Yeah. All right, Dabu. Switching over to Dabu's audio for a little while he deals with Merlin over here.
I have to have that much of a lead.
So here's one. So we saw the other competitors be consistently large when dealing with Merlin. Dabu just showcased if you're little Luigi, then
you can get through those spots.
Yeah, you can get through those spots
brilliant.
with only one block gone.
I think
So
yeah,
now you have to
not by
much.
much.
Every time he gets hit by Gandalf, was that on purpose?
Was it on purpose?
A quarter of the way through it.
I'm gonna guess no, but maybe the answer is yes.
It could be. We've as casters, we've always been the type to give the benefit of the doubt. We always have.
Welcome to Search.
He's got to time this jump. Oh, he fails, but he's small, so he can get through the hole.
It's brilliant.
Oh,
And the next
he's got to not
fight
take.
is not terrible. Go get that mushroom.
And if he can get through the door without taking damage, smart, calculated play.
Okay, I've lost track of the lead though. Where are we at here?
I think Shox still must be a little bit ahead, but I don't know. I was watching Dabu.
The Gandalf stuff has been exciting, and it's been a to watch.
Yeah, Dabu easily dispatching the fortress boss. Not much to see there. Let's check back in with Shox' audio.
It may be important to give our athletes a warning as far as time.
Yeah, that sounds pretty reasonable. Okay, so Shox and Goose are on 5-6 and Dabu's on 5-5.
Okay.
Wow.
And Goose made
no.
quick work of
Okay,
of
I can jump on
5-5.
that.
Shox
Oh,
with the
I
death.
didn't think I could. I had that exact predicament a couple levels ago, and it
Well,
was.
does
something
he
in the
have the
background
halfway
that I
point? Now,
couldn't
Goose
jump
just
on,
got
so
the
I wasn't
halfway
expecting to be able
point.
to jump on that.
Shox already
Kinda
had it.
sucks. I don't think there's any
Okay, so
mushrooms
they are
around here.
both,
being so
they're neck
stingy
and
with
neck.
mushrooms
They're both
now.
respawning at the
That's part of
halfway
what is
point.
making this
They
game
are
pretty difficult.
just
Actually, I didn't think
seconds
it's probably
separating
mushroom.
them.
Nope, never
And
mind.
we talked earlier. We wanted to see how Dabu navigated this level as
Okay,
you know,
I think I can run past this
a
guy.
kind of a calculating, slow, patient level.
Oh, I can
Maybe
jump on
he's
this.
not.
Get that.
I mean, he's got to be feeling like there's 17 minutes left in the competition. I got to go fast, right?
Yeah, you don't have time. But those little slanted ledges things that you stand on,
That purple
they
level's
move at their
turd.
own pace. They don't care about the race.
What?
Oh, Shox dies again. He fails to grasp a vine, but
like,
Goose
I-
dies in the exact
I
same
must have
spot.
missed it.
Goose gets a game
I was
over.
pretty certain I hit up
Shox
This game's
still.
over.
Oh, so he has to go back to the beginning of the
Let's
level.
go back to the start.
Shox still has 3 extra lives, so now that's Shox now. I'm not going to call it a comfortable lead, but half a level lead.
It is a lead.
It's not nothing.
Now Goose has experienced this level though. This first half of this level though. So that you know it's a setback, but it's not insurmountable.
I guess I just need to chill when I get
We do expect him
when I get my mushroom.
to clear at least the first half of the
Probably
level
see the
with
chill
relative ease.
Right.
Since I'm not
Right.
in imminent danger of dying from any hit.
But Goose has never been the
Okay,
type
that's
of
very
athlete
unfortunate.
to care about our expectations.
Oh man, Shox missed a mushroom there. It went plummeting down the hole, and then he died to a fireball. The mushroom would have saved him. Is he gonna tilt off that? Here's a question:
Okay. Yeah.
Should
What's your
he?
question?
Does he potentially think about just not playing at some point? Because if he dies, he could go back to the beginning of the level. But if he stops playing, he's got 5-6 halfway locked in.
There's gotta be a time where you think about that. I don't think we're there yet.
We're not there yet. And
I
also,
don't think we're there yet.
maybe, I mean, probably you just say whatever the farthest point you got was, that's your final score, right?
As far as the rules of the game,
Yeah, I don't know.
probably.
We'll ask the commissioner if it comes down to
I
that.
have no idea where to go now. I can't see what's ahead of me.
It could be relevant.
It could be relevant. Because I think so far, Goose and Shox, they both died on literally the exact same screen. We'd have to go back and measure the pixels to figure out which one was farther.
Do we want to give them a 14-minute warning, or do you think that they got it figured out?
Oh, Shox finishes the level.
This level is huge. Goose dies. Also huge.
Oh, but he's got 4 extra lives. I think he hit the halfway point, right?
Goose? I don't know. Actually, I was locked into Shock's stream. Dabu's struggling with this level here.
He is
a little
struggling.
Bit.
Oh, he dies to Megamole. No one else ever took damage to Megamole. So now we've got, again, an even spread. 5-5 for Dabu, 5-6 for Goose, and 5-7 now for Shox.
And he is feeling himself. You see him pushing through these piranhas without a care in the world?
Oh my god, the blind jumps. Why?
Those guys
Why?
throw that so fast.
Oh, this level is deceptively simple.
I'm speechless watching him play. He's found a new element. Even my cat is beside himself. It's cool to hear the crowd get behind him like that.
Oh man. Goose still on 5-6. Now Dabu.
Halfway for Shocks.
Wow.
Halfway.
Dabu does have an opportunity here. If he can make short work of this level, he could overtake second place, stare down first place. But he's got to push and he's got to make it. He's got to make a play.
And it's Shocks does die.
Okay.
But it's worth pointing out that the money difference between second and third place is $250,000. So
Not sure about that
for charity.
Throwing hammers
For
at me?
you
I've
and
never
me,
seen that
that's
in game.
that's a
That's
lot
insane.
of money for them as Luigi champions. It's really chump change.
When you're on the pro tour, $250,000, you know, you're not gonna be eating ramen, but it's also not nothing.
It's not nothing. And at the end of the day, it's nice to make a difference in the world.
Shocks took me by a level. Half a level. Yep.
Wow, look at the speed. I feel like Shocks really hit his stride. Look, he's baiting these little bros by picking up the block.
He's got him. Like he's got these fastball throwers dialed in.
He figured it out. You know, we have seen elements of this game that Shocks has not figured out right away, but in the clutch, he has figured out one of the toughest enemies. He is just absolutely, he's crushing them. Look at that.
It's automatic. It's automatic.
I didn't realize it was
He opens up a full level lead with 11 minutes left in the competition.
It might be play money.
These other players can't even spell clutch.
Dude.
It's
Yeah.
GameStop stock.
That's how clutch they are.
It's Doji coins.
Okay.
We got a new level here. We got something to learn. Jock is gonna show us give us a little tour. Hey, here's what's next. Pay attention, please.
It's almost like he knew that. It's like he's firing on all cylinders. It's like, ooh.
Pretty sure I was
This is,
you know,
some might call that a curse.
None of them has played this before, but it looks like he's been practicing this exact level for years.
Right.
Weeks, even.
It's like as they,
Oh,
you
man. Dabu loses the halfway with that death.
know. Oh.
This level is tough. We have seen more than one player struggle with this, with I think 5-5?
Yeah. I think you're right. And really the only person we saw excel at it was Goose. Goose flew through that level. It was impressive. Now Goose struggling with the level that Shocks was actually it did pretty well at.
Yeah. The Zeus level.
The Zeus level.
Yeah, it looks like Shocks is a level ahead.
Now, it seems like Goose has it figured out. Is it going to be too little too late?
When was the last time you saw Shocks die?
I don't know if I have. Has he died tonight? I don't think I've seen him die tonight.
He must have accrued 30 or 40,000 lives at this point.
And Goose does finish that level. Okay. Oh! Pixel perfect landing.
Barely grabs that edge.
Like to the sub-pixel. So now Shocks still... And he gets the halfway point. That is big.
Wow. What's exceptional is the amount of confidence. You can see the confidence pouring out of our bottom left screen.
We have a question from the chat. Has the lower left screen switched to a TAS, a tool-assisted speedrun? Yes. No, it hasn't.
A pattern you gotta memorize. There's a couple blind
I think currently, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Shocks for the last two levels is beating the TAS.
Yeah.
I don't think that.
You're exactly right. I think TAS was top right screen. How's he gonna get out of this?
Do the,
Oh! Oh, that's good.
Now,
That's good.
to all the viewers at home, raise your hand if you think you would have gotten out of that situation without taking damage. Yeah, put it down. Put it down. This is you just sit back and you watch. I don't have words.
Like, we're watching the best athletes in the world close out the most intense moments of a championship. It's what you live for. This is what the greatest of all time do. We saw it, just a few weeks ago with Tim Bradley and the Buccaneers, and the way that they can just hone in their senses, really find the exact spot they need to be at all times, keep that focus. It's incredible.
He is small Luigi. He has the halfway point of the fortress. Oh, look at that thwomp. It goes through the bricks.
Wow. What do we got behind this door? What do we got here? Whoa!
What the
is that?
fuck?
It's a spinning Luigi
Asking
head.
the viewers to raise their.
This is good.
It should be.
This will
live.
work.
I mean, I guess you can
Who's winning?
virtually do that in the chat.
Yeah, you can.
You gotta hit it
jump
again,
over
I'm
or
sure. Nope. Not like that, I guess. What does he do?
Is this the end of the game? There's no title screen. You just do this.
All right,
Okay.
I'm on the fortress now.
What do we got here?
Oh, nice
What
job.
was
Gotta
the deal with
defeat the
that?
Children?
Big
What
jump. Small Luigi. This could be the dagger. If he ends this boss here, it could be the dagger.
Oh, it's a Mario. Turned
Shots
into a
on the
Mario
boss,
for a second.
Sorry for screen.
Wow!
This guy is resilient. He's taken 5 hits and he's still going. Yellow.
Go for the walnuts.
Boulder. He dodged all of the boulders and all of their fragments. Oh, another one!
How is he?
No!
Oh,
Oh no! How many? That's incredible.
That was amazing. Oh my god. Now this opens the door though for Goose. Where's Goose right now? Is Goose at Castle?
I have no idea where Goose is right now.
Goose at Castle!
He is at the castle.
Oh
Okay,
my
5
God.
minutes left. So if Goose gets to that boss, I think we just have to say whoever finishes the boss first wins, assuming time runs out.
Yeah.
Because
Unless we're corrected later. I don't know.
if they both get to the boss, then they're at the same spot. It
That's
just
true.
has to be whoever finishes the boss. But there's 5 minutes left in the competition. If Goose doesn't make it to that boss, then Shox has won. If Goose does make it to the boss and beats it before Shox, obviously Goose would win.
Yeah.
Oh, and Shox goes down to that thwomp. He goes down to that thwomp. How many extra
think-
lives does he have?
Honestly,
He's on his
I
last
think
life.
Mushroom,
You gotta think about taking a deep breath here. You really do.
and then just chill.
Goose is like just right on his tail.
I haven't seen how many extra lives Goose has, but at this point, 3 minutes left in the competition, it might not matter because he might not be able to afford dying.
This is seriously so intense. This is so close.
This is
Sure, it's just some glitchy turd.
Is Dabu on the level before the castle? He's not, right? There's one more after this, I think.
I don't know.
I don't know
I
either.
don't think he's going to be able to I don't think he's going to be able to close the gap. Ooh, Shox does it. I think Dabu's kind of out of it at this point. There's only 3 minutes left. He would have to, he'd have to get to the boss of the fortress to be in contention. So I think Dabu is mathematically eliminated at this point. Goose could be closing. I don't know. because we're only seeing about 1 out of every 64 frames. But if he makes it to the boss,
Things are gonna get exciting.
he's small Luigi. This part is tough. The clock is ticking. So here's a philosophical question. If do we consider
Okay, here we go. It's boss
here we go.
time.
Okay, never mind. So if he's able to defeat this boss, that will almost certainly clinch it. But this guy is tough.
Gotta look out for these babies. Oh, this time though, Shox has some fireballs.
Wow, he's making it look easy this time. Oh, does take some damage.
Boulders.
Watch for rolling rocks. He's large and he's got a mushroom to spare. He's good.
He's gonna need that mushroom. So far, not a whiff of the boss. Out of Goose
He did it!
Cream.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did. Okay.
He did. Oh my god.
So
is it over? We gotta be close.
I think it's over. There's 1 minute left. If Goose has to get to the boss and finish it, that was his last life, by the way. Shox, if he dies there, that's a game over.
That was incredible. That was so intense. Now he's on some snow level shit.
All eyes are on the single frame of Goose's game that we see. Sky Flavor. Sky Flavor. I wish we were gonna get to see more Sky Flavor. Maybe he'll stream this game to completion in his own time. You can check him out at twitch.tv/GhostShoxTV. But looking at Goose, no, he dies. That's gonna be it. I don't think he just doesn't have enough time to get to the end. And the clock strikes. The clock strikes. We have a champion. We have a champion. How does this work exactly?
I don't know. Do we just go into the player's booth? Or
Yeah, I'm gonna pop in. 8. So we have time. Time has.
Shox beat the boss.
Time has ended.
Yeah, I'm done.
Alright, so-
Players.
Yeah,
Alright.
so the stream's a little bit behind.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind.
Okay,
I'm
so
not
well,
Sonic.
so have you beaten that fortress, Goose?
No, I have not. I'm paused. I haven't even hit the halfway
Alright.
point. So.
Then I would like to congratulate Shox, the 2021 World Luigi Champion. That was so close. By the way, Shox just beat that boss of that fortress like a minute and a half ago, and it was tough.
Okay,
And it was
so-
his last life.
Yeah,
So if
the
he
stream's
died,
a
he was
little
going
bit
to game
behind.
over, and then it's
Just keep that
anyone's
in
game.
mind.
So incredible. Shox, can we have you for a winners
No,
interview?
I have not. I'm paused.
Yeah,
I haven't
absolutely.
even hit the halfway point. So.
Then I would like to congratulate Shox. All right, let me see if I can switch the. Nice. Okay. Wow. That was so. We have a lot of questions. We know your time is valuable. We're not going to take too much time. But first of all, congratulations. It seemed like you really hit a stride when you're dealing with those Zeus lightning guys, and then you just cruised. You absolutely cruised through that fortress, and then you defeated Shadow Luigi on your second try. How do you feel right now? What's going through your head?
Well, my strategy the first half was to play really conservative, but then we realized that game overs don't really hurt. So my strategy in the second half. I mean, my heartbeat, literally, my heart rate went up so high, especially during that last fight.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was going to one-shot that boss, but I think he might have glitched out because he wasn't going to his second phase. I don't know if you're supposed to make him hit the left side, like of the wall. But anyway, yeah, I'm feeling good. I definitely felt like I peaked at the end. But I don't know. I beat that mini fortress and then immediately died like 5 times to the football player at the start of the next round.
The football player
So-
was tough. You know, I think one of the turning points here, because Goose really doing well, and then you turn it around on your Gandalf fight. The wizard dude how did you navigate that so quickly? What was going through your mind there?
Well, there is some chatter. I knew it was coming because Goose got there first, and he was like, "Guys, I think I just hard locked. I killed the wizard, and I can't proceed." So I killed the wizard too, but they do respawn. So I just kind of sat there. I got lucky. I avoided some hits, but I don't know. Like I sped through the block part where you're jumping on blocks nonstop. So that's usually the most lethal part in those games.
Yeah, there was a lot of lava involved that I don't even, maybe you didn't even know it was there, because from our point of view, it seemed like the lava didn't affect you at all. So we saw, actually, so just to take a step forward after the competition, there's been a lot of clamor. People are wondering, have you considered streaming the rest of the game on your own Twitch stream to see, to kind of show the players a little bit more?
That might be a good idea, actually. This game I think is really well made. There's some bugs here and there, but it's actually fun to play, and the music is so good. I knew I was gonna love it when one of the first songs in the game was from Final Fantasy V. That's when I knew I was gonna have a good playthrough.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened. There's like Metroid, there's Street Fighter, there's F-Zero. It's like a delight to play. Even though I got frustrated and may have cursed a few times, it was still enjoyable.
What was your favorite part?
I mean, honestly, that last fortress, that was a very unique level. Like you're always racing. What do you call them? Like the Thwomps or what are they called?
Yeah.
Thwomps.
Yeah, the Thwomps.
I liked that level. Maybe it's because I did well on it. That was a very unique boss for a Mario game as well. And I wasn't even that mad when I died to him. Like I had no idea. Like it was almost like a ghost house in itself because I didn't know what I was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. We noted throughout the competition that what really separates the chaff from the is how much use you can make of your deaths, right? It's like if you die but you learn something really important, or you hit the halfway point or something, then that's a really valuable death, right?
Absolutely. And sometimes, in a race like this, if you get that fire flower but you bank that mushroom, it's worth taking a hit. It really is.
Oh, interesting.
Exactly.
It was a thrill to watch at the end there. You actually spent very little time in the lead. Do you think that helped you, or did you even have a feel for where you were in comparison to the other athletes?
Yeah, because Goose didn't have push to talk on, and he was listening to the commentators, so I could hear you guys through him. So when I pulled ahead, and we were also kind of talking. Well, they were talking. I didn't really talk much. I like to be secretive. But I knew I pulled ahead after that mini fortress.
Yep.
And then I knew, I died immediately 5 times. And I was like, I think Goose got the lead back after that. And then I pulled ahead again, I think. Yeah. I don't know what his progress was.
You had a good feel for it. I think that's pretty much how it went.
It was, so there was, I don't remember, I think it was 5-5. It was the level with the slanted platforms and the mega moles. Mm-hmm. That one you struggled with. But after that, you coasted, right? And Goose actually got through that level pretty quickly. So I think he might have passed you, but then he struggled quite a bit with the Zeus level right after. What do you think about... We got to mention this iconic moment of your performance, which was, those enemies that pick up the block and throw it at you really fast?
Yeah.
And you remember how you just kept picking up the block and throwing it at them?
Well, the best defense is a good offense. So you give them a taste of their own medicine.
It was so good.
It was so good.
Because I died to them. I died to them a couple times, and I was like, you know what? Screw this. If they're going to try to kill me, I'm going to try to kill them.
Yeah, and then, like we said, you made the most of that death. You solved the problem, and from then on, you dealt with them. Great. Well, great performance. Hats off to you. Congratulations, the 2021 World Luigi Champion. What other than maybe finishing the ROM, what does the future hold for you in your Luigi career?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to everyone that supported me. I couldn't have done it without you. All I can say is that I'm in my prime. I'm feeling pretty good as a Luigi player, and I really hope to repeat this championship in 2031.
2031, man, I cannot wait.
It's gonna be good. Any plugs you want to make? Maybe let the world know where your stream is and where you can where they can find maybe the rest of this Romby stream.
I don't really care about that, but I want to give you guys a plug. Thank you so much for commentating, and basically cosplaying, like to the hundreds, thousands, I think millions of people that we saw, or that were able to see this, that tune into the stream and will tune into the VOD that we posted on YouTube. I think probably to the Shockspan 11 page on YouTube. Just want to say thank you for reaching to those people. I mean, we had such a huge audience, and I won so much money from this performance, and I'm extremely happy right now.
Yeah, which charity were you playing for? That's a good one. That would have been one of my top picks as well. Thanks again for taking the time to talk to us. Congratulations again. I think we're gonna call it a wrap there for the 2021 World Luigi Championships. Great thanks to my co-commentator Adam for spending the time with me, and congratulations to Shocks in particular for winning, but also Goose, Dabu, and Sonic, all 4 terrific performances tonight from 4 of the best Luigi players in the world.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, Adam, any last words, Adam, before we sign off?
Had a blast. It's an incredible opportunity to just get up here and just spew truth to the masses, and I relish it every time.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to tune in 10 years or maybe sooner for the next one. We'll see. It depends on how lazy we are. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.